Okay, detour time. Detour away from Melee for now. Oh, because I don't feel like grinding for 10 straight streams. Well, 6 2/3 out of 10 streams. So, hey Conquer, it's going good. How's it going for you there? We are going to get started in about, I'm going to say like 2 minutes. We'll get started, so we can get moving with this. Let me get my jacket on as the air conditioning kicks off. So that's great. And I have no notes for this one, because I don't need notes. I have a strategy guide right here. I hope you can hear me rattling the pages in the background there. Still have my old official guide from Nintendo Power for this game. I don't know how it's held up for 15 years, but it's held up for 15 years, so... Cleaning fans at the moment, so won't be chatting much till you're done. Alright, Conquer, sounds good. Doesn't sound like much of a fun job, but hopefully it's a shorter job. Hopefully it won't take you too long. Because that just sounds like tedium, to be honest. I hate cleaning fans, personally. So dusty and disgusting. So that's why I'm saying hopefully it's a short job for you. That clock says 37. Once that clock says 37 over there, then we'll start up. I don't think we'll look at the intro today. We'll let the intro play on the days when, like after this intro episode. Because there's like an intro that plays after you boot the game up. So. Okay. And since there's no intro that's going to be playing, it's just going to go straight to the title screen. I won't even bother muting my mic. That'll be fine. We'll be back in like 20 seconds anyway. So here we go. Oh yeah, is this going to not do what I think it's going to do? It is going to do what I thought it was going to do. Okay. Well, let me do this real quick then. Because we got to show all the logos. Because if we don't show all the logos, you won't know that I'm legit. But then again, considering we're playing this game, yeah, it's bangers all the way down with these GameCube games that we'll be playing. So don't even worry about it. I got it. How you doing, everybody? My name is Monochromium, and this is Pokémon Colosseum. I know we played Let's Go Pikachu not too long ago, probably like 5 months ago at this point, I think, but we're playing GameCube games, and if I hadn't decided to play Colosseum and XD for when I'm playing GameCube games, I don't know. I think I'd be doing something wrong, to be honest, because this is one of those games that a lot of people have played because it's a Pokemon game. It's a home console Pokemon game. It's one of the first home console Pokemon games that has a fully fleshed out story to it. So it's in a lot of people's collections, and mine is included in that number. And so we're going to play it for the stream. This one in particular, though, I probably haven't played it all the way through in probably about 15 years, to be honest. I usually, when I want to play a Genius Sonority Pokemon game on the GameCube, I'll just plug in Pokemon XD instead. To me, it feels like a more fully fleshed out game than Colosseum does, because Colosseum kind of splits its workload between its story mode, which is shorter than XD's, and its battle mode, where you do a whole bunch of stadium-esque battles in rounds, and like there's eliminations and everything like that, and you have to basically just fight your way to the top. So it kind of splits its workload. It's a bit of a hybrid in that way, but we won't be really looking at battle mode at all. We will be doing stuff on Mount Battle, which you can do in battle mode, but we will be primarily focusing our efforts on story mode instead and getting all of that done. So yeah, that's the plan. I don't know that necessarily I'll know exactly what I'm doing, because it's been, like I said, probably about 15 years since I've played this particular game, but it's a Pokemon game, so I don't think we'll have too many problems with getting it all to work, so. Hey, Amarilla, how's it going? Welcome. We're just about to get started. I think I'm going to check my options first, actually. I have to clean a total of 3 fans. They're small, but still, you've already cleaned 1. Okay, well, at least, you got 1 done, so that's good. That's less work that you have to deal with, then. I'm going to turn Rumble off, because I don't really use vibration on the controller all that much, so. It probably serves a purpose in some cases, but for my purpose, I don't need it, so. Colosseum and XD are actually pretty hard games. Yeah, I think Colosseum in particular is one of the tougher Pokemon games out there. So it might be a little more challenging than what we were used to in Let's Go Pikachu, where we were pretty much always either over-leveled or exactly at the level that the NPCs were at, despite the fact that I tried to under-level myself. So we'll have to see. This one might be a little more challenging, but I think we'll be fine. It shouldn't be a huge deal. Yeah, harder than normal. Yeah, I get what you mean, yeah. So, but I think we'll be okay. We will find out in a moment, because we're going to start a new game right about now. That's also true, yeah. You got, like, your Pikachu in Let's Go, it has max stats and everything like that, so it's a pretty ridiculous, overpowered starter. Probably one of the most overpowered starters you can get in Pokemon history, so. Yeah, and it's stat growth, and it gets great moves, and all of that. They throw you a big bone with Pikachu in Let's Go Pikachu, and same thing with Eevee in Let's Go Eevee. Not so in this game. You get some halfway decent starters, and there is some history between the main character and their starters, but yeah, this game's a little trickier, but we'll get into that as we go. But as you can see by our main character's looks and everything like that, he's a bit more of a gritty protagonist than what we're used to. He's older than the usual 10 to 12-year-old that we usually get. This guy's a professional, so how do I know he's a professional? Well, there are some story spoilers there that we'll get into in about an hour or so. But take my word for it, he's closer to 20 than he is to 10 to 12, and he knows what he's doing. He's been around the block. The Ore region's not exactly a safe place, but he knows what he's doing, and he's a professional. And usually, when you become a professional, you get some form of title that goes along with being a professional, something like a code name, almost. So I'm going to do a little bit of an audible from what I usually do, where I'll just name male characters Jime, and I'll name female characters Jene. I'm going to do a bit of an audible with this one, because we've already used Jime and Jene this year, and Let's Go Pikachu as the rival and main character. So instead, we're going to give our character a title befitting his occupation, a code name, if you will. Now, in the Ore region, it's a little bit weird, because for some godforsaken reason, everybody shouts their names in all capital letters in the text boxes, so I'm just going to leave all of these in capitals. But we're going to give him his code name, and his code name is Sniper! Yes, so our main character's code name, not his real name, code name, is Sniper. And that's who we'll refer to him as throughout our journey. So there we go. let's start this up. Hey Marie, how's it going? You're just in time to watch the intro cutscene. Fix your volume mixer issues? Nothing much, we just named our character. And now we got a building, out in the desert, that's exploding. Probably not good for anybody involved. Except maybe for me, because, well, I'm the one that blew up the building. This is mine now. Oh boy. I just love his shit-eating grin. It's so great. Alright, everybody hop in. We gotta move. Get in the car, Umbreon. We gotta go. Alright, boss. I'll need you to know, if the blowing up of your building wasn't enough of a clue, consider this my resignation alert. Oh boy. And that should clue you into the kind of protagonist we're playing. He's not your typical Pokemon protagonist. So. Oh boy. Hey SB, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, I like the Ore region a lot myself, to be honest, Emerald. It's more gritty and kind of a little, it's different from your usual Pokemon game. You usually have like a very, not so on the edge of extinction kind of world. I don't really know exactly how to like describe it, but it's different from what you're used to. It's more gritty and more of a harder region, I suppose, so. I always love how he played as a literal terrorist in this game. Depending on how much stuff you don't feel comfortable about what happened, may not stick around, but hope you're doing well, since Shadow Pokemon hit a kind of specific discomfort function for you. No, that's in this game too, so if it makes you feel uncomfortable, feel free to head on out. It's no big deal. It just depends on how you feel about that, and it's fine. If you need to leave, then feel free, by all means. I'm not going to stop you. You like the Espeon just chilling in the sidecar so much like, hey, I guarded the getaway. Yeah, thanks, Espeon. You did a great job. Me and Umbreon did all of the infiltration work, and you just sat there looking regal like, I mean, whatever, no problem. Then again, Espeon's look is more of a cat than a dog, at least in my eyes, so I guess it makes some sense. Because a cat would do that. It would kind of hang around and be like, well, what are you waiting for? What took you so long to blow the building up? Come on, we gotta go. So. Well, it's nice chowing down after a long day's work, I suppose. I wonder what they caught. Maybe we'll find out later. But probably not, because they're heading off into the desert, and, well, we gotta go. Maybe we'll get some grub ourselves since we're out here, you know? No dust cloud from that, but there's gotta be a dust cloud from that coming up there. So, let's head inside and see if we can get up any grub and watch the local news. Oh, man, news travels fast around here. They must have been in the area or something. So yeah, the building that just blew up was Team Snag'em's hideout. And, well, there's a reason why we blew it up, but we'll talk about that later. Man, they work fast. I didn't see any other vehicles. How did they get out of there so quick? Maybe they flew. There was that Skarmory flying around, but I mean, the person that owns that Skarmory probably wouldn't be flying on it. It's a little too short for him. Uncomfortable about mind control stuff, which sounds silly given you're level 14, but that game took a long time for you to get comfortable with and had to take a decent break after Ifrit to keep going. Okay, yeah, that's fair. It's, again, if it's something that makes you feel uncomfortable about the way that Shadow Pokemon are handled in this game, then by all means, feel free to head out. I'm not going to stop you. Make sure you're doing what's most comfortable for you. That's the important thing, so. Must be something big. The sack is still moving. Yeah, maybe they snagged like a gigantic Magikarp or something. I mean, to be fair, what's in that bag is about as useful as a gigantic Magikarp. No, I'm just kidding. Oh boy. Anyway, let's not say anything about that. Let's just say, yeah, we know who Team Snag'em is. I mean, they just talked about it on the news, so. Yeah, well, maybe we're doing something about that. Maybe we're in cahoots with the local police force. That's a funny story. Yeah, it's me, Traveler. I got nowhere to be but wherever I am now. Sounds good, thank you. I'll see if I can find a... There's no tables that are available in here right now. I guess I could sit at the bar. Apparently not, no. Fair enough. Yeah, that's kind of a bit of a low blow. The Ore region is infamous for not really having any wild Pokemon available. I mean, it's a giant desert area. It's basically, the ecosystem's been essentially destroyed over a course of several decades / hundreds of years, so there are no wild Pokemon in the area, at least not for right now. So it makes people desperate if they need Pokemon, like Team Snag'em, who takes them from other trainers. So that's just fantastic. Hey man, anybody sitting at this table? Yeah, I am actually. I don't know about good. Better than most trainers that we start these games with, but I don't know about good. Well, you shouldn't sell yourself short like that, man. I mean, I do have some pretty strong Pokemon, at least for the start of this. Yeah, we start out with level 25 and 26 Pokemon in this game. It's pretty impressive, actually, but they're longtime friends of the main characters, so as you can see by the thing down there, it says, Sniper's old friend, so... Hey, Tandem, how's it going? Welcome. We're on a different game now, playing Pokémon Colosseum. This is, in fact, one way to get your audience's attention. Fair enough, that's fair enough. But yeah, we got a couple of good Pokemon. We got an Espeon. We got an Umbreon. Umbreon has nice defense. It also has very good defenses. Adamant Nature is iffy, but I'll take it. I mean, Secret Power will probably be better than Bite in most cases, at least for now. But Espeon has a really solid starting moveset. I'll probably keep most of this stuff for the entire game, with the exception of Return, which I'll get rid of later and get something else. I'll just replace Confusion with Psybeam and Psybeam with Psychic as we go. But yeah, both of these are pretty solid. Umbreon is a little less so. It's supposed to be a support Pokemon, but it doesn't really have... Like, if it had Helping Hand instead of Espeon, I think it would be a lot more viable as a supporting Pokemon. It still has some use. It's just... I don't know. I might keep it and I might not. I'm not 100% sure about that yet. I think I'm gonna head out, actually. There are no available tables, and I don't feel like sitting uncomfortably close to this dude here, so thanks for the info anyway. Oh, it's that cowboy! His name is Willie. And he... Well, you're compelled to because the game is telling you to. It's in your programming, Willie. No ordinary Joe. I am a Sniper Elite. Alright, sure, let's have a battle. My Pokemon... I mean, Espeon just sat in the car the whole time, so Umbreon's already warmed up, but Espeon could use a little exercise, so... Fair enough. Hey, Rockin' Fun, how's it going? This is the part where you say you know nothing about these games. Well, then this will be an experience for you. Umbreon's meant to not take damage, saved your tail when you play. Yeah, and in double battles, it's actually kind of good to have a tank as well, because sometimes you take a lot of damage in double battles, especially if they gang up on one Pokemon, so... Well, you should probably put yourself out, man. You should probably roll around in the desert. It's not good to be on fire in the desert. That's the first stage to getting heat stroke. Let's listen to some awesome music. Banger, dude. Absolute banger. So, Tsukasa Tawada is the composer on set for this one. He has a jazz and piano background, but with the way he plays some of these synth guitars in this one, you kind of can't tell. But yeah, this game, Colosseum and XD's soundtrack is like probably my favorite in the series by a pretty decent amount, so yeah, it's really good. That's the point. Let's use Secret Power. Secret Power normally has a 30% chance to proc an extra effect depending on your terrain, but I think in Colosseum, it can only ever paralyze foes. Like, I think the terrain is set in Colosseum to only be one thing, and its extra effect is paralysis, so... Let's give it a shot, shall we? See if I'm right. It might be accuracy down as well. It's been a while, I forget, but we'll find out soon. It's accuracy down. Okay, that's fine. All I know is your dude has a nice coat. It billows in the wind. He's a true hero. It is. It's a nice coat, isn't it? I like it quite a bit. Love how as you got older, you recognize this is just a glorified tech demo. Yeah, I mean, it was Genius Sonority trying to be like, okay, so we have to make a Stadium-esque game, but what if we put a story mode in it, too? That would be cool. And then they made this, and it was like, well, there you go. And Pokemon's Game Freak liked it so much, they said, hey, why don't you make another one that's just story mode? So... Isn't this the same composer that did some of the X4 and X5 OST? I remember some folks talking about something like that. I think he did sound direction in X4 and X5, if I remember correctly. I'd have to look back at his discography, but I'm pretty sure he was involved in some of the some stuff with Capcom at an earlier point in his career. So I wouldn't be shocked anyway if that was the case, because it's X4 and X5 have some pretty good music as well, and well, this game's got some banging soundtrack music as well, so. You know. Well, we defeated Willie. He had 2 Zigzagoons, and yeah, maybe don't season yourself before you walk out into the baking sun. That's a good way to... You're going to have a heat stroke, and you're going to be crispy fried, Willie, by the time you're done. Oh, okay, well, that's a fair idea. I will see what I can do. Thanks for the info, Willie. I will go check it out. So yes, there are no routes in Pokemon Colosseum. There are no straight roads. As it turns out, well, maybe there technically are. I guess these white marks on the map could be considered straight roads, quote-unquote, but there are routes to the different areas around here. It's just that instead of actually traversing them on foot, you traverse them on a world map by flying through the desert on your fancy motorbike that is definitely not good for the environment. So... I don't know if they're roads. I'm going to call them roads, but I'm saying it with heavy, bolded quotation marks. So. Love how they sped all these animations up for the 3DS games and their models. Yeah, it is. It's a recognizable sound. It kind of has that same feeling to it as like X4 and X5, so. Track sounded hella groovy, though. I love it. Yeah, it's really good. Most of the music in this game is really solid. And wait till we get into some of the jazzier stuff. You'll start thinking we're in a film noir. It's great. Well, I guess we caught up with these guys, despite my lollygagging. Well, that's what happens when you catch a giant Magikarp. A giant Magikarp that is a person. That is a person you have stuffed in that burlap sack. Maybe. Oh, Jesus Christ, you just drop her right on her ass. Oh my god. I don't think you know who you're talking to, sir. Let me tell you who you're talking to. Should put some Mega Man Zero OST on the Discord. That series pushed the GBA's sound chip to its absolute limit. It is. It's got a really good soundtrack. I've heard a few of the tracks to it. Out of context, of course, but I've heard a few of the tracks to it. So. But yeah, you should put them in the Discord. That'd be cool. It's now we get into a different battle theme. This is more of a, this person's shadier than your usual person's fighting. We'll be hearing this soundtrack a lot, so I'm not going to highlight it because you'll hear it in the background quite a bit, so. Seriously, this game is so fucked up. It's so much, like, different than your typical Pokemon game, that's for sure. I'm gonna taunt this guy. Taunt and Snatch are actually really solid support moves from Umbreon. Again, if it had Helping Hand, it would be a fantastic supporter, and I would keep it in the party the whole game, but I may end up getting rid of it late game just because it's not that it doesn't have damage potential, it doesn't need damage potential to be a good supporter, it's just that Espeon can do most of the support itself by the end game, so because of Helping Hand and, well, dual screens, but we'll get into that later. Yeah, you ain't howling now! There you go. But yeah, Confusion with Espeon, it's got like, what, 130 base special attack? It just annihilates most things for now. It's way too strong for the early game. It's done on purpose, of course, because you're stronger than most of the people around here, but, you know. I only got 1 attack and I got 2 special attack. Must have a decent special attacking IV then. Whatever. Are they trying to get rid of someone? Yeah, kind of. I think they're actually trying to transport someone, obviously against their will, to someone else, but we'll get there. It's a bunch of Whismur. Like, what do you... They're not even that strong. Team Snag'em's best capture artist? That would be me. I'm surprised that they know who I am. I thought I snuck in and snuck out without being detected by that stuff. But then again, I mean, if they know who I am, and if I've got enough charisma to have a shit-eating grin when I blow up someone's hideout, I don't think I'm the kind of person who hides in the shadows. Oh yeah, that makes it all better. Oh boy. Sure. Okay, fair. You're gonna run out into the middle of the desert without your truck? Okay. Hope they packed enough water. Surprised she's got some air in there, considering. I should probably go help. Yeah, hang on. I should probably also talk to this lady. I'm getting to it. Hang on. Here, let me help you with that. There, Mr. Boy Scout. But I had to keep the sack's mouth closed to make sure she couldn't breathe. No, there we go. Hey there. Well, I'm glad that you're out in the light again, because, good lord. Well, yeah. Yeah, the only oasis in this desert region, although the northwestern section would have something to say, so. I don't even know if burlap breathes, to be honest. I'd be concerned if it didn't, obviously, because how the hell did she survive? But love how they still give you money after you kick their ass. Like, just mug them. In this region, I wouldn't be shocked if they did. Yeah, just, you know. It's no big deal. I've just got fully evolved Pokemon, and this is the beginning of the game. Like, that's the only reason why this is working. Well, you could call me Sniper. That's me. That's my code name. You don't need to know my real name. So this is our supporting female character, and those are the two main characters. You've got your main character and then your sidekick here. I didn't really think of a name for her there. I know who her grandparents are, and they have specific, like, ways that they have their names. Like, her grandfather has a UN at the end of his name, and then her grandmother has a UH. So I think I have to have her have, like, one of the two at the end of her name. Yeah, they did leave without the truck. I don't know where they think they're going. Like, how far are you really going to get without your truck? The next closest town is halfway across this region, and this region is not small. So, we could have used the default name, but... And I can't use Jenny like I usually do because we already used that. There's already a character in the canon of Pokemon Let's Go that's named Jenny, so I probably shouldn't name this one the same thing and get kind of... It's not exactly a common name, you know. I want to see how goofy this looks. Hold on. See how goofy this looks. If it looks too goofy to the point where it like loops around, I might keep it. Erica. No, that looks goofy, but not in a funny way. Anybody have any ideas for a name that ends with either UN or UH? Because I got nothing. Be stuck on this screen for the rest of the stream. I'm just gonna try stuff until I find something that clicks or someone makes a suggestion. Nah, that doesn't look good either. And just outrun the heat, duh. I mean, it has a fixed speed, so of course. Just make something up. You do it all the time, Pokemon. That's fair. Wait, I got it. Hang on. Here we go. It's not going to end in UH, but it's going to be close, so... There we go. I mean, it has the same sound effect, right? Nora. Same sound effect as what a UH would have at the end of a name, so we'll go with Nora. How about that? We got Sniper and Nora. Farah? Farah is also a thought. Let me look at that. Hang on. Let me look at what that looks like, so... Before we go from there. Farah. Oops, that's a space. F-A-R-U... H. I think I like Nora better. No offense. I think I like Nora better. I'm gonna stick with Nora. How about that? We'll just keep this. There we go. Yeah, same wavelength, pretty much. Okay, so Sniper and Nora. Those are our main characters. Yeah, it's because it doesn't end in UH. It's like, not a whole lot of names can end in UH and look, like, proportionate. Like, a lot of times when you end with UH, it looks lopsided, I think, anyway. But no offense to anybody with a name that ends in UH. It's just, it looks lopsided to me. So, feel the same. Okay, we'll keep Nora then, because I've already entered it in. So, oh, okay. Which town is neighboring? Are you talking about Outskirts Stand? Because I don't think so. What do you mean peculiar? Yeah, it looked like a bunch of Whismur. I mean, I guess they could be peculiar for the Ore region. There aren't a whole lot of Whismur running around here, but, you know. Well, fair enough. I mean, you might be able to open an investigation into these kidnappers, so... Okay, fair enough. Well, to be fair, I don't really have anywhere I need to go right now. I'm just trying to get away, so... Sure, why not? We'll escort Nora around for a while. Well, if I said no, you would have but thou musted me, so... You know. Yeah, where is the neighboring town? A bit of a ways away, actually, so... Probably where those other two goons ran, actually, so... Well, I think we just need to get you some Pokemon of your own there, Nora. That would probably work a little better, but... Anyway, Nora has become our partner character. So she'll tag along for the entire adventure. There is a reason why she tags along, though she doesn't have any Pokemon, but we'll get into that later. So, man, it's not even like that. Stop it. That is not the relationship that's going on here. Oh, okay, thanks. I wonder if they say anything about the truck. Like, is there any dialogue that says, like, why would they leave their truck or something? Oh, well. Hi, Meryl. What's up, guy? Yeah, I was part of that ruckus. Well, maybe it was. Oh, boy. Apparently that happens often. So. But thou must. God, it's such a relatable meme. Already being shipped, just met. Is this fanfic.net? I mean, it might as well be. Oh, boy. What do you got there? Oh, yeah, I can kind of see it, actually. There's a stadium at the back of Phaenax City, so that's that big dome-looking building that's circling towards me now. So, we'll get to that. Well, I am. I don't know about her, but... Oh, okay, fair enough. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, the only way you can save in this game is by using PCs, so these are really important in this one. Make sure you keep an eye out for them. So, and there's also the storage system, which you can use to, you know, store and withdraw your Pokemon. So, I'm gonna heal real quick, though, before we do anything else, because despite the fact that this isn't really an officially licensed Pokemon League region, there is a Nurse Joy in this area. Although I don't know if this is even considered a Nurse Joy, but... And frankly, I think she's one of the only ones, now I think about it. Because most of the healing machines in Ore are either unguarded or, like, not... They're not being supervised, basically. Or there's, like, just an actual inn, like, where you actually have beds and you go to sleep, so... That's a pseudo-hollow map. What timeline is this game in? I'm choosing to believe this is the same canon as our Let's Go playthrough. It doesn't have to be necessarily, but that's what I'm choosing to believe. So it's many years after the fact, of course, but we'll figure that out later. Okay, so yeah, we'll save here while we're at it, and then we'll go from there. Cleaning a couple fans and apparently dealing with Twitch not wanting to connect. Oh, not again, Conker. I thought we got over all that crap for your connection. That sucks. Hopefully it fixes itself, because good lord. Is that guy running around again? Yeah, he is. We already talked to him, but let's talk to his cast form while we're at it. So why not? And block his cast form with our face. Where's your bed in that house of yours, sir? Yeah, okay, fair enough. I think there's more you can do around town. There's a couple of trainers that you can fight and stuff like that, but I think we're just going to go straight to the mayor's house for now. We'll explore more of Phaenax City after we tell him about the impending criminal investigation that he needs to figure out. Speaking of impending criminal investigation, Jesus Christ, man. This guy stepped straight out of DBZ. I don't like anything about you, actually, so... This is such cheery music for meeting someone so imposing. Well, that was creepy. Anyway. Did you see the rest of him, ma'am? It wasn't just his eyes. Good lord. I'm gonna grab these two while we're here. If I ever just, like, stop talking occasionally, it's because I'm listening to the music. Like I said, this game's soundtrack is fantastic, so... The Pokemon version of Sephiroth, is that you? I mean, practically, yeah. So... Not nearly as successful as Sephiroth, but we'll get to that. So this is Escade. I get it. He's the mayor of Phoenix City. Well, sir, this traveler just got attacked and thrown in a burlap sack by criminals, so, you know. You might want to speak up a little bit there. He's just a person. You don't gotta be afraid. Yeah, close, but no cigar. A black aura. Well, that's not good. That's also not good. It's actually kind of funny that your character is basically expressionless to this. For once in the Pokemon universe, the fact that your character is expressionless to this frankly horrifying realization that Pokemon are being turned into fighting and killing machines, practically, and attack actual people. It actually makes sense that your character wouldn't have any comments about this, but we'll get into why soon. So, I mean, I could understand that. So the Pokemon must have attacked her at their behest. Well, that's just great. Oh, okay, cool. Well, that should make our journey a little bit easier anyway. Okay, well, maybe we can check back later and we can see what we've got with the investigation. Maybe we'll come back periodically and see what he's got going on, so. Me, yeah, I don't know about her again, but... Oh, you have a stadium here, okay. It is actually a pretty cool stadium. They got, like, water flowing through the whole place. It's very aesthetically pleasing, I think. Alright, I will go check it out. I'm sure you guys spent lots of money on it. So we'll go see it. This building in the middle is not the stadium. It is the closest thing that the Ore region has to a gym. But we'll go there in a little while. No, what do I know? Oh, yeah, I knew about that. Who indeed? Alright, well, before we go to the stadium, let's just look around the rest of Phoenix City real quick, see if there's anything else going on. Uh-oh, the other town's invading. That's not good. Yeah, so the next town over is Pyrite Town. And, or Pyrite? However you pronounce it. I'm going to say Pyrite. Because it sounds correct. I mean, Pyre, you know what I mean? You don't say pier. That's a thing that boats park at, you know? Pyre is a fire thing, although Pyrite isn't named after a fire, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Say it how you want. I'm going to say Pyrite. Yeah, fair enough. I don't think you'd need to have anything to do with those guys, so... I think there's nothing going on in this house in this game. In the next game, there's a little bit more going on, but not yet. Hi. It's nice enough that you can leave your doors unlocked. That's something to be impressed at, actually, in the Ore region. Most people shouldn't leave their doors unlocked in the Ore region. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for them. Yeah, Ore region was just a vast desert. So they must have practically terraformed the place, honestly. They must have, like, dropped water here and, like, kept it moving in such a way that it wouldn't just dry up in the desert. That's a technological feat. I'll tell you what. Hey, kid, what's up? Oh, really? I am a trainer. Let's see what you got, kid. It's just another Monday. You don't say cactuses, you say cacti. Same energy. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Oh, kid. I don't know about... I wouldn't send my Wurmple out in the middle of a desert, to be honest, although this place probably is a little bit cooler than the rest of the desert because of all the water, so... But still, that thing will get burned up. Almost as badly as this Silcoon's gonna get burned up. Although it might live this, honestly. No, you know what I could do, actually, is I could use Confusion here, and let's try Snatch. So now Umbreon will wait for you to make a move. I dare you! And Wurmple will die, because it's a Wurmple. Like, if it survived a base 130 special attack Confusion from an Espeon, I'd be confused. I'd just be confused. Okay, so he didn't use Harden. Didn't get a chance to show off Snatch yet, but that's okay. I mean, Tackle's gonna do, what, 3 damage? Okay, fair enough. He does have a type advantage, that's true. If he had any Bug-type moves at all, he'd be in fantastic shape, but, well, he has no Bug moves. And he's also dead, so goodbye, kid. Sorry about that, but you're gonna have to go back to the Pokemon Center now. How's the audio balance, by the way? I think I tweaked it a little bit so that the games, because the games volume on the update videos, the alert videos for the stream, the games volume's a little high, but I tweaked it a little bit, so hopefully it's not as high on this one. I still want it to be audible, of course, but audible in such a way that my voice is able to be clearly heard as well. Oh, what you got for me, kid? So for defeating him, we get TM41, Torment. Makes for a halfway decent move to go along with Umbreon's Taunt, but yeah, I'll just keep Taunt and Snatch for now. It's probably fine. We did knock him on his ass. I barely did get hit. I got hit by Tackle. That's it. I mean, it might as well have been the wind, essentially. Oh, do ya? Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe we'll come back and see how good Justy is later. Not now, though. We got other places to be, like battling her, I think? Well, if you're going on a quest to meet Pokemon in the Ore region, you're probably doing it wrong. Just saying. Nothing against doing that, but... Oh, no, you're the one that battles. Okay, I forgot. Who's this guy? Sure, old man. Let's see what you've got. Yeah, the Ore region names are kind of weird, too. Like, the kid's name was Kaib, something like that. And this guy's name is Drig. Maybe it's just a local dialect or something. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like the names in this region are just random strings of letters. So, Hoot Hoot has higher special defense, so I probably would want to go with Return or Secret Power to do some damage to it. But Sentret, yeah. Espeon, just take out the trash for me, please. Oh, wow, it lived. Although, fair enough, I think Zigzagoon lived in our first battle, so... Not that shocked, I suppose. Oh, this actually lets me show a cool mechanic about this game that I think is very interesting. So, we got hypnotized. We've fallen asleep. Whatever shall we do? Well, let's wait out the turn, and then I'll show you. So, you'll see that there are 4 different commands over here. And you've got Fight, you've got Items, and you've got your Pokemon list like you do in normal Pokemon games. But you also have the Call function. What does the Call function do? Well, it does several things, but among others, if I use it while my Pokemon is sleeping... Espeon, get the fuck up. It will make it wake up from being asleep. So that's actually fantastic, and it means you never need Awakenings in this game, because you can just call your Pokemon and it just will be not sleeping anymore. It's a very handy function. It basically makes an entire status ailment completely null and void in this game, at least for you. When you use it against your opponent, it's still pretty good. It's just not really all that useful otherwise. So let's try out a few of our other moves. Let's use Helping Hand and Bite. Now, this would probably kill about 1.5 Sentrets with Helping Hand on, but Helping Hand increases the damage of the move by 50% after normal damage calculation, I think. It's really handy, and Espeon's going to use it for the entire game. It's just, I'm never getting rid of it. It's going to stay there, because every battle in this game is a double battle. It will always be useful, unlike in basically every other Pokemon game, so... Yeah, that isn't how you name a child. Espeon, get the fuck up. Inspire Ace from Payday 2. I've inspired some people by saying that, I'm sure. I don't know if I've inspired the right people, but... At least the grittiness of saying get the fuck up to my Pokemon matches with the region. I'm in character, you see. Oh, this game is too much fun. I also just noticed that this man has a fucking horn on his head, basically. Did you see his hair? Like, he's got the 2 side things going, but the one is like right... He looks like he has a demon horn. Oh, what the hell? Anyway. Well, thank you. I'm glad that I have your approval. Let's check out this other house. We'll go to the mart later, because we're actually directed to go there by the story in a little bit. But for now, let's check out the rest of these houses. I'll just take this mace out of my purse and spray them with it. Then they can't send their Pokemon after me. Can't fight what you can't see. Are you sure about that? What if they're one and the same? Bum, 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 bum! Okay, anyway. Well, that's what happens when their headquarters blows up, man. It just... every single channel interrupts their regularly scheduled programming for something that's so important, you know? Alright, pre-gym, which is the name of this building in the center, we'll be directed to go to... well, we won't be, but we'll be going to it later. The Pokemart we'll be going to later. For now, let's head to the stadium and see what they've got. And I'm not too concerned about my Pokemon being slightly below max HP because, I mean, it's a stadium. They'll just heal me before I go in, you know? No big deal. It's got a pretty cool foyer. Look at that water physics. For a game that came out in 2004, that's not bad. It's mostly just a particle effect over a clear space, but I think it's pretty cool anyway. Don't usually see a lot of good water mechanics in early video games that make it look super realistic, but it doesn't have to look realistic. It looks fine, honestly. At least I think so. Better than Skyrim water. At least vanilla Skyrim water. It's important because they're renowned terrorists. Yeah, so they're gonna stop your regularly scheduled programming of, I don't know, what's an anime that came out in 2004? Rave Master. You're not gonna see Rave Master on the television today, sir. Team Snag'em's hideout just blew up. It's a little more important. Was Rave Master out in 2004? Did I just date myself? Oh, God. Oh, okay. Fair enough. So yeah, we made it here just a little too late. Maybe if I wasn't battling those other two trainers, we would have made it here in time for the challenge. I'd love to, but the current challenge has already taken place, so... oh, okay. And it looks like he's been here for a little bit, so... but yes, the stadiums in this game, if you win the knockout challenges in this dual disc Ask Door, you win a prize, and a TM is a part of that prize, along with some money, so... it's not too bad. It's pretty helpful, but we can't enter a challenge just yet, so... I made you cough up your drink from remembering Rave Master? Oh, great. Oh, great, they're back! Oh, boy. I don't know about that, but... hey, you guys weren't using it. It was just sitting on a pedestal. What else was I supposed to do with it? They are. I am. So yes, when I said that our character was a professional, he was a professional snagger for Team Snag'em. And yeah, he captures other people's Pokemon. Did I mention this game was a little bit grittier than most Pokemon games? Yes, it's true. Is it? I mean, look at me. Do I look like the kind of character that would be above board about most of these things? I mean, I am now, but, you know, I haven't had enough time to even update my outfit. Not that I'd want to. This jacket is fancy. How about, no. Look at my arm, Nora. What do you think this thing is? And as a matter of fact, this thing is pretty well built just for my arm. I mean, I mean, it might, like, fit to different arms. It might be one size fits all, but I don't know. I feel it'd be hard to have all the machinery strapped around your arm like that, but... yep, and that's how it functions. So because there are, again, no wild Pokemon in the Ore region, Team Snag'em and other criminals will walk around using something like the Snag Machine to take Pokemon from other trainers so that they can use them for nefarious things like stealing people's money and kidnapping people and so on and so forth. Give back the Snag Machine? Why, bro? It won't even fit on your arm. Look at how big your arms are compared to mine. Mine's a stick. Does Sniper look like a protagonist? He looks like a... well, it depends. Was the last game that you played Wild Arms 3? Because he kind of looks like Jet from Wild Arms 3 now that I think about it. They had that sort of a character around this time period, though, the kind of edgier looking teenage protagonist with that exact haircut. So, Yeah, he is. He has the Digimon glasses. Yep, exactly. Yeah, I'd like to see you try. Come on, then. Alright, walk in. Are you gonna throw a blitz ball at me now, or what? No, but he's gonna throw something just about as bad. Alright, so we got a Corphish, and we got a Coughing. Coughing, obviously, is weak to Psychic-type moves. I might KO Corphish first, though, with Confusion, because it's... Well, no, I could use Bite and probably 2-hit KO it. Because its special defense is pretty low, so... I'll just do this, then. We'll just do that, and then we'll do that, and I think we'll be okay. I mean, again, they're unevolved Pokemon with a type disadvantage, and I just got a crit. That's like 3 dead Coughings right there, so... Sorry, buddy. Also always bugged me, even as a kid I noticed this detail, when Coughing fainted in this game, because its eyeballs white out when it faints. Like, it loses the irises, or rather the pupils in its eyes just go completely dead. Like, holy shit, dude, that's gory as hell. But whatever. You don't see a whole lot of Coughing in this game, though, so it doesn't come up often enough to be like, Jesus Christ, this happens everywhere. This is where people need to start carrying weapons that aren't Pokemon. Even if they lose, do you think they'd just give up something they have? How much weapon R&D has actually happened in the Pokemon world, though? Like, I'd have to think back in terms of, like, do they have guns in the Pokemon world? Or have they just relied on Pokemon to attack other people in the past? Like, how did Pokemon Conquest work? I feel like that would be enlightening in terms of, you know, how people handled warfare previously, because Conquest was that game where you were basically like a Japanese shogun and you had a Pokemon, right? I think, if I remember right. It's been a long time. Oh, boy. No, Watkin, no. You're not good enough. Do you know who you knew who you were fighting, and you still chose to do it. Oh, boy. Yeah, no, I never got to play Conquest. I was thinking about buying it for a while, but I never got it, so maybe one day. No, actually, I blasted you, Watkin. It's in my name, see? Sniper. It implies that I'm about to shoot you with a bullet. Conflicts were settled with Pokemon, no weapons. I mean, fair enough, yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see you try. You're gonna have to knock me out to get it. Oh, boy. I hope they don't actually do that. That would kind of hurt. If someone just beats up your Pokemon with theirs, would you want to try something if the Pokemon were still able to... I mean, I guess that's true, yeah. Yeah, if they were still hale and hearty, I don't think I'd even want to try anything. Especially not in the Ore region, where apparently Pokemon actually beat up people. So... I think you're imagining things, but okay, fair enough. I did rescue you from a burlap sack, so... Oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. If I'm a snagger, which I am, they just mentioned it, then I'm probably going to want a few Pokeballs so that I can, you know, actually capture some Pokemon from evildoers. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, yeah, we got to go to the Pokemart now. I'll go heal later. I'm missing like 5 HP and a few power points. I think we'll be fine. Hey, kid, what's up? Oh, getting ready for when you have a Pokemon? Yeah, fair enough. Must come here with her mom. Oh, really? Well, that's not good. Ah, okay. Yeah, no, I actually already know where it is, so I'll keep that in mind. But let's ask the shopkeeper just in case. Love how they even included these little capsule mini-games that were all the rage in Japan at this point in this game. Actually, I think they were a little... not as popular by the time this game came out. I think it was more of like a late 90s, early 2000s thing, but I don't know. I guess, yeah, no Pokeballs to be had here. They do sell full heals right off the bat, though, as well as super potions, so that's not too bad. I might want to invest in a few of those later. Full heals specifically, I'll probably want to get more of, but we've got a few healing items as it is, so I don't think we need to buy anything just yet. So, he is playing a Gachapon machine. I can't escape the gotcha, apparently. I think it's the X button, or is it the Y button? Oh, you can't auto-sort in this game. Okay. I mean, that's fine, I guess. It's pretty much auto-sorted as it is now, though. So, yeah. So there's TM41 Torment, which we won from the kid. It makes it so that your opponent can't use the same move twice in a row. It's not bad, actually. It comes in fairly handy when your opponents pretty much only use one move to begin with, so... Ah, okay, there you go. So this kid even tells you, hey, don't even buy an Awakening. It doesn't even need to be in this game. Just call them. So. I will keep it a secret then. And then we'll go from there. But we got to go back to Outskirts Stand so we can see if we can track down a few Pokeballs. I might actually at some point buy some X speeds and X accuracies. Probably X accuracies more than X speeds because... at some point in time, being able to hit our moves might be a little tricky. So, it depends on the Pokemon too. Like, a certain Pokemon that I might be wanting to get for my team later on in the game has, most of the moves that it uses are kind of, well, not inaccurate, but it has less than 100% accuracy, so it's inaccurate in my book. But anyway, we gotta go back to Outskirts Stand so we can see if we can get some Pokeballs from the guy. So we'll do that. Places don't sell Pokeballs. Was the dude at Outskirts Stand supplying Team Snag'em? That's a distinct possibility. He is the closest outpost to their hideout, so I wouldn't be shocked if he was. The criminal roots run deep in this region, as you can see. Well, yeah, actually, that would be a pretty good idea, but yes, we need to know if you sell those. There's no call for those things around these parts, but I definitely have some. Here you go. Oh, cool. Thanks, man. And so, if we're talking to him, he gives you 5 free Pokeballs. And he has enough to put them with the rest of the regular merchandise. He'll never run out, by the way, so he just finds them in the back room or something after this. I think he also, yeah, sells Great Balls for right now. And if you buy a singular Great Ball, you can actually activate a glitch in the game that I will not be using personally. I might demonstrate it one time, but I'm not going to be using it to... It basically makes it so you never have to buy Pokeballs, essentially, but I don't really want to use it because it's fixed in the next game, and I don't want to get in the habit of doing it and then get to the next game and be like, how do I catch Pokemon? So, but I'm going to buy a few more Pokeballs, I think. Let's buy, let's say 10 more. That should get us up to 15, which is usually my golden number for this sort of stuff. And just like in the Hoenn region and every other region after this, they'll even throw in a Premier Ball when you buy 10 of them at a time, so that's not bad. Yeah, there's a glitch. I got a Premier Ball, so maybe I can demonstrate it. Probably not in the next battle, but I can demonstrate it in the battle after that. So, uh-oh. Is there a news update? Let's go see. Breaking news. So there's more than one snag machine. They must have a bigger one, and that's how they caught the Pokemon if they weren't snaggers. Yep. Yeah, let's hope. I think if we tried to use it for criminal purposes, Nora would probably break my jaw, so let's not use it for that. Does this gear do anything over here? Ah, okay. Just junk. Fair enough. It's just like, it sticks out, you know what I mean? Like, the rest of this stuff has a lower polygon count to it, but this thing, it just sticks out from the rest of the background junk, I guess. At least in my eyes. Hey, Willie, what's up? Oh, really? Huh. They go back towards, the canyon over there? Great. Well, they were looking for me, so that's just fantastic. Is this like the dupe glitch of the DS remake of Final Fantasy III? Yeah, pretty much exactly like that, now that I think about it, yeah. You basically can make it so you have infinite Pokeballs. I'll demonstrate it in just a few minutes. Again, probably not in this next point when we first get the opportunity to use our Pokeballs, but probably after that I'll demonstrate it, and then we won't ever use it again after I do that, so... Uh-oh, what's going on? Oh, great. Well, where'd they go? You're not going to tell me, are you? They went to the mayor's house, so we'll just go there in a second. Oh, pre-gym. Okay, so they're over by pre-gym. So we'll go over there in a second. Let's go heal first, and then we'll go see what they're up to. Imagine having infinite Master Balls. Oh, you don't have to imagine if you play this game. You can just create them from thin air if you use the glitch. But again, I'm not going to use the glitch. We'll use the Master Ball for what it's intended to be used on. So, Although there's a couple of different options on what you can use the Master Ball on in this game because of the way that some of the capturing works, so... Yeah, I know. Where's the fun in that? Oh, I know. But I'm not gonna use it. It's just... It makes it so that money doesn't really have too much value in this region because you usually... I mean, you can buy more healing items, I guess, but... Eh. I'd rather spend my money on Pokeballs and not have as much money in my wallet rather than having my wallet just be gigantic and then, you know, have nothing to do with it. What's going on, kid? Oh, they went towards the mayor's house. Okay. Well, let's hope so, but before we go in and see Justy, let's go make sure the mayor's okay. If they're heading that way, might as well do something about it. I'm gonna go take care of it there, lady. Don't worry about it. Let's go see. Uh-oh. It's a dude with an afro. Is it Michael Jackson? No. Did Michael Jackson ever have an afro now that I think about it? Don't think so. That is an outfit you have there, sir. Very flashy. Infants, huh? Well, that is my code name, yes. Well, she likes liberty, though. And frankly, I think she'd rather pursue happiness, so you should leave her life alone. Oh, really? What is that supposed to mean? I don't know, my nose is pretty big, so it actually projects off my face, unlike most of you where it's painted on, so that is a lot of help, actually. Oh, boy. Okay, so he's back off to Pyrite. So after we clean up house here, we might have to go that way so we can maybe put a little bit of a dent in his organization. Oh boy. Seriously? Am I doing the Macarena in here? Like, what? Oh my god. That's just a taste. Wait until we fight that guy in a Pokemon battle. Oh man, that music is something else. Alright, well then let's see what you got. Come on. I'll fight you at your full strength then, if, you know, you don't like being caught off guard. Oh, so that's your grand strategy. Add a Lotad to your team. Alright. It's the Sultan of Samba! You don't have to imagine Infinite Master Balls in RPG games. Yeah, something like that, yeah. You can make them yourself. Less Missing No in this one, though. You don't even need Missing No to make Infinite Balls in this one. It just sort of happens. This game does have so much character. It's great. I love it. I'm going to taunt Lotad, because I think it's going to use, like, Growl or some shit. So, I'll find a way to use Snatch eventually, but just not yet. Gotta wait until I know they're gonna use a status move that increases their stats. Excuse me. But first, let's taunt. Okay, well, that might actually do a teeny little bit of damage to Espeon, but this is the only problem that I usually find with Umbreon, that it starts in the early game and then it becomes more acute in the late game. The problem with having Umbreon on the field is that the AI usually doesn't target it because it's so thick that they can't KO it. So instead, they usually end up double teaming Espeon instead, and Espeon is a little more frail, of course, so usually doesn't end well for Espeon. Now, if you had two tanks on the field, Umbreon would work okay, so we might just need to get a second tank, and then our problems will be solved, but yeah, we'll worry about that later. For now, we defeated Folly again. He has seen the folly of his ways. You'd think he would know that, considering he's named that, but hey man, I don't name him, I just call him like I see him. Okay, but we haven't fought this guy just yet, and he's got a trick up his sleeve, as you'll see in a minute. But for now, it's just same standard fare. These guys really need to learn better posture, though, because good lord, man. I can imagine he'd have serious back problems, considering what he's doing to his back right there. You gotta pull your shoulders back there, man. That'll structure your entire back correctly, so you don't have to go to the chiropractor every day when you're like 60. Good lord. Well, we have type advantages against both of these guys, though, so that should make this a little easier. Goodbye, Spinnerack. Just be lazy and use the big three that are a pain in the butt to snag. Actually, when I structure the team that I want to use in this game, I actually do put the big three in my team, and then I just switch them for other Pokemon that are in the game. Like, I use them because they generate a pretty decent core of Pokemon, so... Ow, what's wrong, Nora? So we can't see that, so this Makahita looks like any other to us, but to her... Yeah, I could see how that would be a bit imposing. Oh, okay. I wonder what they did to it. Maybe it has something to do with my work. Ow! This one's wild. This one's fierce. I want it for my team. Then he won't attack people, though, but you know. Okay, I'll see what I can do. I mean, I do have the snag machine, so I'll see if I can catch it. So yeah, that's the gist of this game, is you'll occasionally find a Pokemon. Nora will tell you that it has a shadowy aura, and then you can capture it from the trainer instead of capturing a wild Pokemon. So that's about the most damage anything will do to me for a while, just there. I'm going to put up a Reflect, actually, because, well, we have to weaken this thing, not kill it, so... this will help us out because Makahita mainly uses physical attacks. Having that extra defense for 5 turns will put us in a pretty good place. So let's get Duskull out of here, though. It was doing a decent amount of damage with Nightshade, so... Goodbye, Duskull. Yeah, especially with... Well, actually, if it gets a crit with Focus Energy, whatever else it uses after that, it won't really matter if I have a Reflect up now, will it? What do I use here? I guess I could Potion Espeon real quick. I gotta kind of walk on eggshells here so I don't actually KO Makahita. It's not exactly the most tanky Pokemon. It has decent HP, but its defenses leave a lot to be desired, so... I'm gonna see if I can flinch it. Usually my game plan with this game is I try to get the Pokemon down to about half of its HP, and that's when I start to try to catch it from there, so... Okay, I think I'll Helping Hand bite this turn and hope I don't crit it. So, we'll be fine. It doesn't matter too much. This is the worst part of this duology, is the having to walk on eggshells to catch Pokemon, yeah. Okay, that's about right. Right there is usually about where I stop. I usually like to put a status effect on them as well, but, well, you know, that's not really a thing right now. Okay, so I think I will wait to do the glitch until the next battle, because I have potions to use, so let's just top Espeon off real quick, and then we'll toss a ball at this guy. And actually, now that I think about it, you probably could have caught it without weakening it. I think this one has like an 100% catch rate, just to give you a bit of a tutorial for this, but... Alright, go get him, Snag Ball! I want this Makahita. I probably won't use it all that much, but I still want it, so... for my collection. Yeah, there we go. Not too bad. And that takes care of that. Thank you for the generous donation, Trudley. I will never give it back to you, and you cannot take it from me. Because an invisible force from God knocks the Pokeball down when you try to capture a non-Shadow Pokemon. Even in this game when you have the snag machine, so... Well, sometimes the show is a bit impressive. I practically throw that thing at the speed of light. Did you see how the room darkened when I used it? There was a thunderstorm outside. That's how powerful this thing is. Run away! Run away! Wonder where they ran off to. Nah, doesn't really matter. I mean, yeah, probably. Big question, though. Where's the mayor? Is he upstairs? Is he tied up with something? Literally or figuratively or what? Hi. No comment. Where's the mayor? Is he okay? Yeah, I don't know where the mayor goes at this point, but he's, you know, around somewhere. Oh, they've blocked the exits, as you can see. So now you have a choice. Which exit do you use to get out of Phaenax City? And the reason why the choice matters is because you'll notice that the 3 goons that were with Mirror B are color-coded. And the colors should look a little familiar to you if you've played another Pokemon game before this. We got a green guy, we got a red guy, and if we go to the south exit where my bike is actually parked, we got a blue guy. So, that looks an awful lot like grass, fire, water, so which one do you choose? And you can choose any of the 3. Basically, they all have a shadow Pokemon for you to snag, and all 3 of them are pretty solid investments into your team, because pretty much if you're not going to be using either the grass, fire, or water Pokemon that they have, you only get to pick one. After that, the other 2 run off, and you don't see them again for a long time. So you can't catch all 3. But all 3 of them are pretty good. If you're not using them, you're probably using a Pokemon that's inferior to them in the near future. So, no, not the walking on eggshells to snag. The fact that you're still being mauled while you walk on eggshells, that part sucks. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's fair. Because you have to be careful with the catching part. This isn't Let's Go. We can't just keep chucking Pokeballs until it works. We have to... we actually have to keep some healing and stuff going while we're going on, which is why Light Screen and Reflect are so good, because they just let you take less damage for a while unless you get critted. So, you hate this game's decisions. Sometimes it is worse next game, because in some cases, in the next game, you have to catch multiple Shadow Pokemon in the same battle. Holy cow. Almost forces you to carry them around with you. But, well, we'll get to that in a little while. Do I want to use Makihita in this battle? Can't really hurt, I guess. So you'll notice that each of the Shadow Pokemon that you catch all have a heart gauge there, whereas normally you'll have an experience gauge. Instead, they have that heart gauge there, this purple gauge that they have right in the bottom right corner there. You'll see that it's slowly opening up a little bit. With each Shadow Pokemon that you get, there's a certain method where... And it's dependent on their nature, which we don't know what it is yet, but we'll get there once we get 2 of the bars down. I think it reveals its nature after that. Thick Fat is actually a good ability for it, though, so that's pretty good. But basically, you want to essentially walk around with the Pokemon, use it in battle and that sort of stuff, and eventually that heart gauge will go down enough to where it will practically be a fully functioning Pokemon again, so... I think I'll switch Makihita in for Umbreon in this battle, because Espeon's a little behind on experience, so I figure why not, you know, just give him a chance to fight. Not that the change to the Shadow System in regards to damage... Yeah, the damage changes too, yeah. It makes it a little tricky, but we'll get into that. Anyway, out of the 3 characters that you could fight, I'm actually going to choose Blue Guy here as my starter. And it gets me into a thing that I think I glossed over it a little bit in Let's Go. You'll notice that in some of the playthroughs that we do of the Pokemon games that I have planned, certain Pokemon will show up twice, and this is going to be one of the Pokemon that shows up twice, because, well, we'll get to what he's using, but you'll see it in 2 separate playthroughs, just like how you'll see Arcanine in 2 separate playthroughs that I do, so. Well, my bike is behind you, so you're either going to get out of the way or you're going to get run over. Yeah, alright, man. Let's see it, then. I'm turning this one up, too. So yes, these guys will, hang on, actually, I'll tell you in a second. Let's listen to the solo first. Oh man, the soundtrack. Oh my god. It just doesn't stop. It's just full throttle the whole game. Oh man. So you'll notice that Makihita's heart gauge has actually gone down a little bit. Each time you send out a Pokemon into battle, the heart gauge will go down a little bit. the further along you get in the game, the less it will go down because Pokemon will need more and more battles in order to have that heart gauge go all the way down, but we'll get to that later. For now, I got a Grimer to get rid of, and, well, unfortunately, the only move Makihita knows is Shadow Rush that it can actually use for right now, so I guess we'll just use that, why not? Excuse me. This might not KO Grimer, though. Oh, never mind. Alright, I was gonna say, Grimer's got halfway decent special defense, but must not be good enough. Makihita also didn't earn experience just there. Shadow Pokemon don't earn experience technically. Later on they do, but not for quite a while yet. It's probably going to be a few episodes before we see any experience gain at all on our Shadow Pokemon. Oh, and here's another mechanic that can happen with Pokemon. Instead of actually using a move, they will enter Hyper Mode, which causes them to... It does a few things, basically. It causes Shadow Rush to have a higher critical hit ratio, and if you try to use a move other than Shadow Rush, when they eventually get more of them, they won't use it. They'll basically say, no, I'm just going to use Shadow Rush, bro, instead, because I really like Shadow Rush. It's not nearly as bad as it is in the next game, but we'll get into that later. I think I'm just going to let Makihita use Shadow Rush on Spoink, actually, and I'm going to start weakening Croconaw with Return. I think Espeon's friendship is maxed out, if I remember correctly, because it's an old friend. Of course it's maxed out. So, because of that, we should get halfway decent damage out of it, but definitely not enough to KO a level 30 Croconaw, like, good lord. So, this should do okay, but not great. Yeah, see, 4 hearts there means that you've got it maxed out, so... This might hurt a little, though. Probably should put up a Reflect. Yeah, I should put up a Reflect, because that's a little bit. Alright, we got Torment. If that's on Makihita, I'm going to need to switch. Okay, that's fine. Do your thing, Makihita. Blech. Yeah, I think it increases critical hit ratio by like 2 stages when you use Shadow Rush if you're in Hyper Mode, so it's pretty powerful, and it gets a pretty solid amount of crit out of it. It's actually one of the best moves you could use for a Shadow Pokemon for quite some time, so we'll see what we can do with it. Let's see here. How about... I'm going to actually Super Potion with Makihita, and I'm going to put up a Reflect with Espeon for now. It'll probably just force Croconaw to use Surf, which, by the way, Surf is busted in this game, but we'll get into why that is in a little while. So, let's just top this off real quick, get some Reflect up. And that should keep us okay for Shadow Rush for now. Now, I'm not sure exactly how Torment will work now that I used an item, or rather I used Reflect, so never mind, I can use Return again, that's fine. And that's actually good, because I want to use Return now. The other function that the Call command has, other than waking your Pokemon up from sleep, is if you call a Pokemon while it's in Hyper Mode, it will snap out of Hyper Mode, and that will actually reduce its heart gauge some more, so... It's a fairly good way, actually, of reducing the heart gauge in such a way that you can actually get it to the point where the heart gauge is almost... Well, the shadow part of the heart gauge is almost empty if you do that, so... Espeon's friendship would have to be high, considering it needs friendship to evolve. That is a good point, Conker. That is a good point. Fair enough. Let's see. How do we want to do this? So, Makihita might faint if I do this wrong, but... technically, Espeon might also... no, it took like 22 from Surf. I think we'll be okay. So, glitch time. So here's how it works. You have to have 2 different kinds of Pokeballs in your inventory, and you have to use the ball on the first Pokemon that you are going to throw it. So, like, Espeon is first out, so you have to use the Pokeball with Espeon. So we're going to use the Premier Ball on Croconaw here. Then, with the second Pokemon, go to your items list and switch the Premier Ball, or whichever one you're using, to a different slot. Now watch what happens here. I'm going to switch out Makihita. You can do whatever you want once you do that. I'm going to switch to Umbreon because, well, Makihita's dying, so I should probably do this. Oh, good job, Raiden. You're dying. Let's fix that. So we'll toss the Premier Ball, and we'll check our items after this so I can show you. But this will be the only time I use this. It's just for demonstrating purposes, not for actually using it. Now we got him, so that's good. Nice work, everybody. Good job hanging on by a thread, Makihita. Good lord. Yeah, 2 HP. Well, I know what I'm doing. I know my way around these battles, so... Yeah, what'd you do to that Croconaw? What'd they do to that Makahita? Answers that we probably won't get now because... Oh, actually he is. How do you artificially close the door to a Pokemon's heart? Do you have a Keyblade? You're saying that like it's just some normal, natural thing, Nora. Like, what the hell? Oh, boy. But yeah, all three of them run off now, so if we go check the other exits, they actually aren't here, so we can't actually fight and capture the other two starters, unfortunately. But like I said, use whichever one you want. All three of them are good in their own ways. I just like Croconaw in particular because it evolves earlier, and it has access to Surf, which is an atrociously busted move in this game, especially when you power it up with stuff like Helping Hand and everything like that. It's really good. So, oh, that's how you know about it. Okay. Well, we have been battling with Makahita, and we practically got a full bar down at this point, so... Okay, fair enough. They might have like a base or something there, and that other guy with the afro said he was going there, so we'll go check out Pyrite Town. How about that? His name is Bluno. Someone wanted to make a localization joke. Yeah, probably. Oh, boy. Mixing up the L and the R there. Although, it's done on purpose because he's blue. Dabba-dee. So... You know, done for that reason. Okay, so we're healed up. We have our new a new team member. We have a Croconaw. He comes with a Mystic Water, if I remember right. Yep. And I don't know if I'm ever going to take that off of him, actually, now that I think about it, because it's a pretty solid hold item for him, especially when he starts using Surf. The only thing that you'll notice, though, is that he was using Surf in the battle, but when you get him, he can't actually use Surf. A little bit of a weird thing that they actually fix in the next game, so don't worry about it too much, but yeah. Yeah, let's switch Croconaw out. We'll let Croconaw and Makahita do it. Well, actually, let me switch Espeon out instead, so we can get Espeon and Umbreon to about the same amount of experience. And Espeon needs like a full level to get there, so... But Croconaw is going to be pretty much a mainstay for our party for the entire game, because... It's really good. Just trust me, it's really good. Surf was one of the good HMs, so it just got buffed in this game. Yeah, and the fact of the matter is that I think Pokemon Colosseum and XD is the reason why in Gen 4 they changed Surf to hit all Pokemon on the field in double battles instead of just both of your opponents, because Surf is really good in both of these games, and it can be powered up significantly by using several support moves, and we will be doing both of those things. So... yeah, we'll be powering it up. Oh yeah, I didn't check my items. So the Premier Ball is still in my inventory. So that's how that works, basically. By switching it to a different slot, it pretends like you didn't use the ball at all. So you can use that to basically generate as many Pokeballs as you could ever want in this game, but I'm not going to personally take advantage of that. I think it's a little bit too OP for my tastes, and I'd rather, like I said, use my money to actually need to buy things, so... Yeah, Gen 4 was the balance patch for Pokemon, pretty much, yeah. We got a little bit of money, so let's buy a few full heals, why not? We'll just use the items that we have in our inventory here, except Awakenings. I don't think I'll ever use those, so I'll probably just sell them, honestly. So, let's sell them right now, why not? They'll probably only get like a couple $100, but yeah, $250, that's fine. Pays for... I don't know the exact percentage of a full heal that would be, but a little more than 1/3 of a full heal. 25/60ths of a full heal, which you reduce that by 5, that's 5/12ths of a full heal. There you go. I did it. I did the math in my head. Yeah, and slow saving. Yeah, that's also a thing that Gen 4 did. Saving a lot of data. Do not turn off the power. Patiently waiting, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Can't be too long now, right? Isn't it in, like, November or something? I don't know the exact release date, because I haven't been paying attention, but, you know, can't be too long from now. You can't see, but you're screaming on the inside waiting for them. Fair enough. Oh, actually, we haven't looked at the PDA menu yet, have we? Let's check it out. So we have a snag list, and we have our email address, which we don't have anything in our email for right now. We can change the alert tone, though. Kind of like that one. So Melody 2 or Melody 3? I think we'll do Melody 2, actually. Yeah, so I don't know if... honestly, I don't think I ever changed the alert tone myself when I played this, but it's an option, so there you go. We got our ID number over there, we got our playtime. We don't have any Poke Coupons yet, don't worry about that, we'll worry about that later. We do have our snag list here, so we can check out the Pokemon that we've gotten and where we got them from. Also, whether or not their hearts are opened again, but we can't do anything about opening their hearts just yet because we don't have the technology. But we'll figure that out later. The thing is still cool and over-engineered, yeah, for sure. It's custom Robo all over again. Like, that thing takes too long to open, yeah, it is. It's definitely over-designed, that's for sure. Okay, I think we're good on healing items. Let's go to pre-gym. We'll check it out before we head over to Pyrite, why not? We'll just see what this Justy guy's got going on. And why he didn't help me at all. Fair enough, we'll check it out. So this is kind of the trainer's school of the game, basically. And these people will tell you essentially the same sorts of things that we've saw in Let's Go. So I think we'll just skip most of this stuff. So I don't really need to look at that. Ma'am, do you give me a quick claw by any chance? Yes, fair enough. Something like that. Oh, okay, cool. Yes, it is. I do, I was just looking at it, yeah. Okay, so she adds the strategy memo to it, which allows you to check a few different things, namely types and abilities, so... Alright, cool. And we can come back to her and she'll update it as the game goes on and everything like that. I usually forget to come back to see her, though, to be honest. You don't always go to Phoenix City in this game. I'm trying to think if you ever go back, now that I think about it. Usually, I don't go back to Phoenix City for much after this point, so... This looks like the guy in charge. Yep, this is Justy. He's in charge of the pre-gym. Yes, we are. Sure, why not? Alright, sure. So yeah, he's not going to battle you himself just yet. He would, however, like to have you test yourself against the trainers of pre-gym. So let's go do that. Shall we? Alright, sounds good. So there are 4 trainers you'll be fighting in a row while you're here, so. You don't have to do this now, you can wait until later, but, I mean, the people that are here have Pokemon that are roughly the same level as what you'd be expected to fight at this point, so we'll do that. Oh, he's got grass types. Well, that's gonna go great for Croconaw. And his name is Botan. Don't you think I don't see the word botanist in that one? Was that comment you sent me? If the thing you make looks like a combustion engine, you've successfully over-engineered it. Yeah, that sounds familiar, so probably, yeah, that's about what you sent me before. Only for the KO challenge, why come back after that? Yeah, there isn't really a whole lot going on here after that, so... actually, now that I think about it, though, we will come back for the stadium. Well, that's what you're talking about, is the KO challenge at the stadium, so, in a little while. And then there's pre-gym, which we'll come back to later, because we can't actually do everything here just yet, so... Croconaw, I think I'm gonna switch you out, buddy, because I don't think this is gonna go so well for you. Let's send in Makahita instead. I'm kind of just gonna bullshit around with my team for a little while, though. Like, I have a set of 6 Pokemon that I want to use in this game, but, well, we won't be getting most of them for a little while, so... I'm just gonna kind of bullshit around and keep Shadow Pokemon in here, because, well, we need to open the doors to their hearts, so having them in my team would probably help out with that whole... thing, so. Oh, you took Bayleaf? You didn't know how good Reflect and Light Screen were as a kid? Yeah, and it gets those, so that definitely helps out. In my case, Espeon will be using those instead. I'm going to make Espeon a dual screener later, but we'll get there later. Oh, actually, Makahita's first bar is gone of the shadow part of its heart gauge, so it learned a new move, Focus Energy, which we saw in the battle with it. I'm going to try to Helping Hand this Shadow Rush and just pray to RNGesus that it doesn't Hyper Mode. If it does, it's fine, because I'll just, you know, KO the Hoppip a different way, but... It kind of just depends on what Makahita's nature is, which we'll find out soon. Once it gets down to that second bar being gone, then we'll know what its nature is, and then we'll know whether or not it enters Hyper Mode more often, because I have with me the official Nintendo Power Strategy Guide for this game, and it lists the natures in it that will go into Hyper Mode more often. So, yeah, screens are actually pretty OP, especially in double battles, because that's 2 Pokemon that are taking 50% less damage from whatever source of damage you are reflecting or light screening. So that's why they made Brick Break, yeah, pretty much. Yep, it was there just for this sort of a thing. They said, hey, if we do double battles, screens are going to be like the meta. We should probably do something about that. How about we make a fighting move that doesn't cause recoil and doesn't have reduced accuracy, that breaks screens? Oh, that's going to become the meta? Okay, well, fair enough. Although I think a lot of fighting Pokemon still use stuff like Cross Chop, even though Brick Break was there in Gen 3 metagame. I don't know, I never played Gen 3 metagame, so I couldn't really tell you. I started the metagaming stuff in Gen 4, so... Well, that's 1 trainer down. And even though our Shadow Pokemon are not gaining experience for right now, basically what's going to happen is once we get to the point where we can open the doors to their hearts, that's when they'll gain the experience that they got across the whole time that they've been Shadow Pokemon. So essentially, they're getting the same experience as Espeon and Umbreon would, it's just that they're not going to get it until much later. So basically, once they get it, they'll jump a whole bunch of levels, they'll learn a whole bunch of moves and all that stuff, so... Okay, so she's got water types, that's fine. I can leave Croconaw in at this point. Liqui, huh? I love these names. Your parents must have hated all of you. Oh boy. Is the next person going to be named Pyrie? They're over leveled. They don't need it yet. Yeah, they don't need the levels yet. They're level 30. They're actually... Their levels are actually pretty good for the next probably about 5-6 hours of gameplay. Until the point where we're basically going to learn how to open the door to their hearts. So, yeah, we'll be good for a little while for now. I'm going to Helping Hand Shadow Rush this Marill to death. Helping Hand will be used a lot on this playthrough. It's a very useful move when all the battles are double battles, so... Now, whether or not this will happen is, you know, still up in the air, but that's okay. I'm not even worried about Surskit. It's fine. Like, it can agility. It's fine. It's a Surskit. Incidentally, though, I have a bone to pick with Gen 3 about Surskit, or more specifically about Masquerain, its evolutionary form. How do you not keep Bug Water typing? Like, that's such a cool type combination, and it has halfway decent resistances for a bug type. I understand it flies now, but just give it Levitate! What the hell? Gen 3, come on. Bug Water. It's so cool. Why would you get rid of that to give it the worst typing in the game when it evolves? Come on. I have to make do with waiting until Gen 7 for a Bug Water type at that point. That is the next time they had a Bug Water type, right? With the spider thing with the bubble on its head. I don't even remember what that thing's called. Anyway, Croconaw's in hyper mode, so let's fix that. Let's confusion here, but let's call Croconaw. Croconaw, wake the fuck up. There you go. Thanks, buddy. It actually did pretty good for his heart gauge, so that's not bad. Should come in handy for us. Oh, Araquanid. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yep. Yeah, the name slipped my mind. Thank you. Okay, well, that's not too bad. I'll take that. And then you get murdered by that one dude and his Shadow Pokemon. Oh, yeah, for sure. Gen 3 couldn't predict Stealth Rock. No, it couldn't have. That's true. Bug Flying was pretty bad as a typing anyway, though, even back in Gen 3. Like, it didn't really have a lot of good resistances, so I guess it resisted Earthquake. So you got the +4 speed, so you could use Bubble. Yeah, that's about what I'd expect from a Surskit, actually. Alright, well, let's get rid of him. That's 2 battles down, and then we'll do a 3rd and 4th, and then when we're done with that, we'll go heal, we'll go save, and we'll go check out Pyrite Town. So yeah, like Espeon just gained, like, what was that, 182 experience or something? So Croconaw also gained that. It just won't gain it until later. The game has an invisible tracker for how much experience your Shadow Pokemon get in each battle, so... It did try its best, I know. I feel bad for Surskit because it has cool typing, but it doesn't get a whole lot of moves and stats that help it out with the cool typing, and then it loses that cool typing when it evolves, and it still doesn't get good stats, so... But I like Masquerain as a Pokemon, so... I don't know. It should have stayed Bug Water. That's all I'm gonna say. Stay Bug Water with Levitate. Give it better special attack, and we'd be good. It'd be like Venomoth, Gen 3 Venomoth at that point, except with a different type. I probably look like a bit of a thug, don't I? Well, maybe I'll fix that later. A proper trainer battles like this because I'm a rich boy. Alright, let's see it. Well, he's got some kind of cool Pokemon. Unfortunately, Swinub doesn't evolve into Mamoswine yet, but maybe later. Maybe he can take his Swinub on the road to the Sinnoh region and then he can evolve it into Mamoswine. But the Trapinch, and the Swinub for that matter, not gonna last very long because we're gonna get rid of them like right now. Confusion will... if this doesn't one-hit KO this Trapinch, I don't even know. Okay, I got a crit. There's no way it's gonna be living. It's a Spanish flea, like, come on. I know, it's not a Spanish flea, it's an antlion. I know what it actually is. I'm just saying that because we called it a Spanish flea back when we played the Pokemon Versus playthrough over my channel. That was like 10 years ago at this point. What the hell? I'm so old. Anyway, Croconaw, stop it. Oh, good. He's almost done with his second bar. Good. That will come in handy. Played Blaze Black again. Berg was a bastard to beat. His Masquerain had Ice Beam. Why? Yeah, I should go play Volt White again now that I think about it, because I think I still have the ROM for it. Maybe. Probably. I got Odor Sleuthed. No, that's fine. I'm going to Helping Hand Shadow Rush, and I might get Hyper Mode again, so then we can call and see what Croconaw's nature is. Incidentally, I don't think I'm going to do nicknames this playthrough, because our main character has had Espeon and Umbreon for a long time and has not nicknamed them. And I know that's being done on purpose so that the player gets to nickname them, but if he kept them for this long and he didn't think of a nickname, then I gotta imagine that he doesn't really nickname his Pokemon all that much. So, we'll do nicknames when we get back to XD, but for now, we'll just put them on the back burner so we don't have to worry about that when we catch new stuff. I don't look tough. Have you seen me? Are you blind, sir? I mean, I am a chaotic neutral character, so fair enough. Antlions are so underrepresented in media. Yeah, you don't see a whole lot of them. Mostly just in the Final Fantasy series, now that I think about it, at least as far as I'm aware. So, alright, and this one's the last battle. Justy himself will fight you, but not yet, and we'll talk about why that is in a little bit. You can come back and fight him later, though. Pretty much right when you're about ready to do the Stadium Challenge in Fanac, you can come back and fight him, because he's got about the same level Pokemon as the Stadium trainers do, so... But for now, let's just fight Lady Gwyn, who actually has a name that is fairly normal sounding, and isn't just a string of vowels and consonants thrown together. Let's see, so we got a Geodude and we got a Rhyhorn. I can check your nature now, Croconaw, now that I know you're definitely down below. Oh, I didn't heal Makihita. I should probably do that. You're Jolly, so that's special attack down, speed up. That's a little gross for what we're going to be using you for, bro, but we'll be fine. With the Mystic Water, that'll pretty much just fix that whole problem for us to begin with, so. How are you doing on your gauge there, Makihita? Well, you could probably use a little help. So let's have Espeon KO somebody, and then we'll swap Croconaw out for Makihita, and we'll see what we can do from there. I'm going to get rid of Geodude. I think it's the lesser threat of the two. It probably doesn't do as much damage as Rhyhorn does, but... I know Confusion will KO it. I don't know if it'll KO Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn's got a bit of HP. So. Outside of Final Fantasy, you can only remember the Antlion enemy in Mario RPG. Yeah, see, and I didn't even remember that there was an Antlion in Mario RPG, to be honest, so... It goes to show how underrepresented it is. Most of the time, it isn't even really all that used in a lot of places. Oh, that Geodude lived. Okay, fair enough. I'll take care of that just now. I got a speed drop, but that's okay. I mean, Return will probably KO, but I'll just use Confusion. And then Shadow Rush. Shadow Rush is typeless, as you can see there. Move type, there's nothing there. So it isn't super effective. It isn't not very effective in any particular case. It's always just neutral. So it's a decent move to use. It hits for a little recoil, but the recoil damage is very minimal on it, so it's probably okay to use in most cases. I think the recoil is minimal, though, because it's a double battle. So, like, there's a distinct possibility that the Pokemon will just get double teamed. And that's why they made the recoil so minimal. So, why you're able to remember that, you have no idea. Oh, that's okay, Conquer. Probably you've just played Mario RPG a decent chunk of times, so probably, you know, helps with the remembering part. I got a speed drop, but Rhyhorn definitely isn't faster. Do I get to, like, if I shift these Pokemon in and out multiple times in battle, do they get their gauge dropped more? How does that work exactly? I don't think I ever tested that. Well, we'll find out in a second. I don't know if it's just a one-time bonus when they first enter battle or what, but we'll know soon enough. I don't think I'm going to mess around with this Rhyhorn, though, because it's Tail Whipped me and Rock Tombed me, and I've got -2 defense, so that's not really good. I could Reflect, I guess, but I think it's a one-time bonus, though, because that bar doesn't look like it moved at all, so let's do Scary Face, because it's not going to get a chance to attack, because Espeon's just going to do this. And Rhyhorn's going to... You could have done that last turn, Espeon, that would have been great, but whatever. You haven't played the game in years, though? Oh. Yeah, maybe it just stuck in your head for some reason. I don't know. There's little details that are funny like that, though. Like, they'll just stick in your head about certain games, you know? I don't know. Yeah, sure, that's why you still lost. It doesn't matter how sophisticated your battle style is. If you still lose, it doesn't matter, kid. Now, anyway, there goes the 4-battle gauntlet. What'd you think, Justy? Well, good, I'm glad. And for finishing out his battle gauntlet, he gives you a white herb. Not really all that useful, but I'll take it. Unfortunately, like he said here, you need to get a full team of 6 Pokemon in order to have him challenge you to a battle. Which is fine, because for right now his Pokemon are pretty high leveled, and we probably wouldn't stand much of a chance with this team. They're like around level 40, if I remember correctly, so yeah, we'll have to come back later. You guys are a little closer together now, so alright, that's fine. So I think we'll switch Makahita in for the next fight, because that way he can get some extra heart gauge down. We can see what his nature is. We'll go from there. But once you beat the 4 trainers, you can actually come downstairs to their training room, so we'll go check it out. Right, well, that makes sense. I guess they're, you know, really thinking about how Pokemon can take advantage of the terrain here. So I don't think there's anything else down here, though, other than a bunch of trainers and their Pokemon. But it's, you know, an interesting little area with a whole bunch of different, well, yeah, terrains. So we can check it out. Nice Magikarp, bro. I wonder if the terrain is laid out similarly. Isn't the Safari Zone in Hoenn, doesn't it have a bunch of different terrain as well? Or am I thinking of something else? It's taking a nap underground. Oh boy. Hi, Aaron. I like the Aaron evolutionary line. I don't think I'm really going to get to use it a whole lot, though, now that I think about it. I think the only place I could use it for the games that I'm going to be playing is in XD, now that I think about it, because we're not going to be playing any other Gen 3 games. Like, I could play Emerald again, but I already kind of did that for the channel when we did that Pokemon Versus playthrough. So, again, that was a long time ago, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to go do that again. Let's check on the mayor, see if he's there or if he's just away pending the investigation. So, make sure he's okay. Looks like he's still away. Alright, fair enough. So let's go heal, and then we'll head off to Pyrite Town. I don't need any Pokeballs, right? I think I'm pretty good so far still. Yeah, I'm still good on those, so we'll leave the Premier Ball there. I don't even think I'm going to use this White Herb now that I think about it. Basically, if you can give it to a Pokemon as a hold item, and then if it uses a move that would normally drop its stats, like, let's say, Overheat or something, where it will drop its special attack after you use it, the White Herb will restore its status immediately, and it'll be back to +0. So, instead of it -2. So it's not bad in some cases, but here, it's iffy. The way that I used to use it was on a Sceptile, because I think if I remember right, Sceptile had Unburden as its hidden ability back in Gen 5. So I'd give it a White Herb and I'd give it Leaf Storm. so that it could, you know, hit something with grass type move super effectively. And it would reduce its status, but then the white herb would fix that, and then it would have no hold item, so Unburden would double its speed. So basically I'd be at +0, and I'd be at like +2 or 3 speed or something like that. So it would be really, really fast. But that's not really a thing I can do in this game, so... Namely because there isn't a Sceptile and there are no hidden abilities, so... Okay, we might just end up selling that thing. I think the team's okay for now, so we'll just leave it. Actually, though, I think I want to save before we go to Pyrite Town. There is a save point not too far into the town, but I forget if there are a bunch of trainers there. Pyrite Town's kind of rough. There's a lot of roughnecks around, so... Wouldn't hurt to save our progress. Actually, before I do that, let me go to item storage, and we'll just toss the white herb in the PC. The list of things that I'll never use in this game starts with that. And then it'll move up from there. Alright, so there's that. We've saved. I really miss the being able to save anywhere function, though. They fixed that in XD, though. You actually can save anywhere in XD, so you don't have to worry about going back and forth to a PC. But in this game, not so much. You have to save at the PC. So. Okay, so... that's not Pyrite Town. That's a construction lot. Fair enough. Well, we can go check it out on our way. It is on the road, quote-unquote. I always used to wonder what Nora does with her hand there when she's, like, covering her ear, basically. I was like, what is she doing? Is she having, like, some sort of psychic vision or something that she's holding her temple? No. Actually, it's because the motorbike is so loud that she's putting her hand up to her ear because it's too loud in her ears. So, at least that's what I think she's doing, anyway. Well, yeah, I can see that. I didn't even want to come here. I just wanted to go to Pyrite Town. Well, let's check the place out while we're here. Those are not good work conditions, sir. I mean, I guess they're probably housing you here, but... Jesus. Well, yeah, it's a big tower, so it's going to be a big job. Cool. Well, I'll have to check it out. I'm sure the Colosseum will be... a downright great time. Unfortunately, the door's locked, so we can't actually go in there for right now. So this guy's right. We just got to scram for now. Don't even worry about this place. We'll come back later when it's actually finished. Maybe in the post-game. But anyway, we got to go to Pyrite Town now. A rough and dirty town full of thugs and scoundrels sounds about right. And we'll see that in just a moment. Yeah, see, she's got her hand up to her ear there. It's because of the motor. At least that's what I think it is, anyway. It's what makes sense to me. Ooh, that Pyrite Town beat. Get that snapping fingers going. I don't think I mentioned it, but Tsukasa Tawada has a jazz and piano background. And he really stretched it for this game to use it for a lot of different things, because this theme is bumping, man. Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't know about that, Kappa. Is this just going to be a town where everyone just lies to you all the time? Yes, of course. Oh, boy. Wah, wah. Well, anyway. Something like that, sure. Alright, fair enough. He's not going to fight us, so I guess that's good. Earth, wind, and money. Mr. Krabs might like it here, then. Yeah, I've been told. There's a fortune-telling site here. You know what this place always reminded me of, though, when I played it back as a kid? Is it always reminded me of, like, Sector 7 in and the Wall Market in Final Fantasy VII, so... Big connections there. Kind of the same vibe now that I think about it, so... Oh, really? Oh my god. That's terrible! Oh boy. Well, let's see how good she is at this. Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, she's not going to give us a reading for right now, but, well, she will later. So, if you do need to save while you're here, though, you can, I think there's a save point right here in the jail. So, well, you alright there, Chief? Not Chief, Officer? Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. No, Chief's over there. It's been on the news all day, Johnson. Oh boy, crazy guy. No, well that makes sense. You're the chief around here, huh? Chief Shirles. Or Shirles? Sherlock, basically. Yeah, we're travelers. Fair enough. So yeah, even the police have trouble with thugs around here. Probably because there's a criminal syndicate running rampant, but we'll get to that. I just saved, but we'll save again while we're here, so I don't have to walk all the way over here and go through the construction lot again. I don't think there's a whole lot for us in the jail right now. Pretty much just, you know, what you'd expect around here, which is a bunch of criminals. So we'll leave them be for now, but I think later we can come back and have a chat with them. What do you mean? Do we look like that? I'm just asking around town for information, man. What the hell? I really do got to get rid of this jacket. Hi there. No, ma'am, I'm not. Sorry about that. Oh, her husband's in there too. Hang on, we got to talk to him too. If you don't want solicitors, ma'am, I'd recommend locking your door. Just saying. Oh, really? I was gonna say, what happened to him? Did he get displaced as the... Would he be the mayor or something? Something like that. I think, actually, Duking is in here, if I remember right. Hi there. Yep, this is him. Okay. No, fair enough. I think that's about all we can do here for now. So, but yeah, there's another Colosseum in this area, so we can go check it out. They don't really give you a whole lot of, like, here's where you need to go and what you need to do in this game for the beginning, do they? They're kind of just like, hey, Pyrite Town. And then you get there and it's like, well, you can go take Colosseum fight, you can go do all this stuff, whatever. So, I am a trainer, yes. And what's that? Okay, fair enough. So yeah, look a trainer in the eyes here, have a chat with them, and they're probably gonna fight you. So, that's fun. Thankfully, he doesn't really have anything that's all that threatening for now. I guess Halo might be a little threatening to Makihita, but we can fix that in a second. Oh, and his heart gauge is down to the 3rd section now, so I can probably check his nature. What do you got, Makihita? Let's see. Sassy. That's special defense up, if I remember right. So I don't remember what it drops, but it doesn't look like it drops anything important, so that's fine. I think we'll just do this one with Espeon and Makihita for now. We'll see if we can Shadow Rush the Sentret and do good damage. Confusion will do good damage. Goodbye, Taylor. And then we will see what his 3rd is, and we'll go from there. Gotta be careful, though. You never know when they'll have a Shadow Pokemon lying in wait for us. Because, hey, how do I know who got one and who didn't? I didn't get one. That's because I was just catching them and giving them to other people, so... But if there's a crime syndicate, you know, controlling things around here, they probably would have a bunch of Shadow Pokemon that they just handed out on the street, so... this will probably work okay. I was gonna say, I don't think Slackoff will die from this, but I don't think it has that high of special defense. I guess it has high enough, but... Sir, that is the wrong Pokemon to be using for Sudan, but I will take it. So, now here's my question. I still have the guide right next to me, so let's see what his nature does to his likelihood to turn Hyper Mode. Because, like I said, it should be somewhere in here. Here's the Shadow Pokemon section. Sassy has a neutral chance of going into Hyper Mode. Jolly has an increased chance at going into Hyper Mode. And it looks like both of them benefit highly from being put into battle. That will affect our heart gauge the most out of anything that we do. So, yeah, we'll just keep doing that then. And I think because of that, let's get Crocodile the one-time bonus that he might get from me doing this. I think he gets it. So, always a good idea to be swapping your Shadow Pokemon into each battle if you have a free minute, because, well, it just gets them that little bit of extra heart gauge down, so... It sounds so weird calling it the heart gauge, though, because you would think something called the heart gauge would be a good thing. I prefer, I think, to call it the shadow gauge, because obviously you'd want to get the shadows out of its heart. So, and emptying your heart just sounds like a bad idea. Like, I would rather live, thank you. Yeah, he didn't have any shadow Pokemon with him, so. Well, I was a criminal until just recently, so that would be why I look like one of you. In my eyeballs. Oh. Well, fair enough. I mean, you can't exactly... I don't think humans are supposed to be taking any of that stuff, so... 10 potions for 10 Poké-Dollars? Sure. Well, yeah, I could imagine that. And you wouldn't want anybody to, you know, take away your sale from you. Alright, so they've got a bunch of decent items here. Pretty much higher level than what you have available for right now. You got your Hyper Potions, you got your Revives. I don't think I'm going to bother with most of these for now. I mean, I guess I could get a couple of Revives just to have them, but... Yeah, most of these we won't need for a while because Hyper Potions restore 200 points of health, and we don't have nearly that kind of HP yet. Super Potions are usually good enough for our purposes for the first little while, anyway. Excuse me. Alright, now we get to the meat and potatoes of this place after we check out the hotel. So, hi there. The Super Grand Hotel. So it's essentially a Pokemon Center, basically, except you have to pay 100 Poké-Dollars a night. I think I'll be good for now, actually. So, it's a trap, though. You don't want to stay here because it's actually... You spend more money staying here than you do just walking over to the stadium and healing at the Pokemon Center that's there. Well, the healing machine that's there, so... Well, at least you had the time off to sleep, so... I wonder who could have built that place. Maybe we'll find out later. Well, I got a free room here, so... Hi. Didn't mean to intrude, just... Ah, so Mirror B's the one in charge around here now, but he must have been the guy with the afro. I think he might have mentioned his name, or somebody might have mentioned his name before we left, before he left, rather. So... Guy must be fighting a Zubat in his sleep. Excuse me, Nora. There we go. Wonder what's supposed to be on this sign. It never stops being staticky, but... Eh, whatever. Thank you? I don't think that's a good idea. Nora, can you not fight my battles for me? Okay. Here we go. Oh boy. Don't you dare curse anyone with that. Yeah, I know, it's not a good idea to force anyone to fight a Zubat like I'm doing now. I'm just gonna KO it right away with Espeon, so we don't gotta worry about Supersonic, but we'll figure that out. It does make me wonder, though, why doesn't the call function also affect confusion? Like, I would think that that would also snap you out of it, but... Oh, Makihita got another gauge down. So we got a new move, Vital Throw. Actually, that's pretty good. Vital Throw is... It makes you move last, but it never misses, and it's like a base 70 power fighting move, so it's pretty solid. Especially for Makihita, who basically has no speed to begin with, so... I'd take that. Oh, dreaming about fighting a Zubat. Yeah, I wouldn't want to dream about fighting a Zubat either, so... Fair enough. And looks like Croconaw is going to get a new move in a second as well. Probably won't be Surf yet, though. I think he gets that last. So... let's get that Zubat out of here before it confuses anybody. Oh, good. Thief. Fantastic. Ow. I forget if if Thief actually works in this game or not, like if it'll actually take away your hold item, and how that exactly works in this one. I guess we're not going to find out for right now because he thiefed the wrong Pokemon. So she thiefed the wrong Pokemon. So. Blech. That is a big mouth you got there, Gulpin. It's in the name, so I guess it makes sense. I'm always serious when it comes to battles, Chaser Emok. I mean, look at my name. I'm not even giving you my actual trainer name. I'm hiding behind my code name the whole time. That's the idea. I'm not around here to win the hearts of girls. I'm just here to fight. Okay, so you guys are close enough together now to where I'm not really worried about it. So how about we get Croconaw and Makahita in battle first, and if things start going south, we'll swap Espeon and Umbreon in to pick up the slack. But you got to be careful in this section of town because... Oh, okay, she's actually going to tell you. Oh, okay. I mean, that's a good point, yeah. Because all of the trainers in this section of town... Well, this is the... I think it's called the dual square. I think somebody tells you that among all these people. They're all looking at me. Well, a couple of them are looking at me anyway. I actually like that function in this game, that they have like head tracking to let NPCs look at you when you're a certain distance away. It's kind of a neat little function for an older game. We're going to go to the right this time because there's 4 trainers over there, and if I recall correctly, they all have shadow Pokemon, so gotta be a little careful. Of course, this guy, I think, also has some, so we'll see what we can do. Not here to pick up women. Snake, do you believe love can bloom on the battlefield? I wish I knew which NPC actually said that in Metal Gear Solid, but... It's probably from, like, 3, judging by the context of the sentence. Uh-oh. What do you see, Nora? Ah, a Shadow Misdreavus. Okay. Well, we'll see if we can catch it. Let's see here. Bite is probably a bad idea because, well, I have a Jolly nature, so, and Misdreavus is actually pretty tanky, so it probably won't knock it out. It doesn't matter if you knock out the Pokemon in this square, by the way, because if you go to the inn or you go to a Pokemon Center or whatever, you can just come right back and they'll battle you again with the same Pokemon, so, yeah. Don't worry about it too much. Do worry about Confuse Ray, though. That shit's annoying, so... Let's see what we can do with this. Okay, yeah, that's not even remotely a large amount. And that should be okay. I mean, Vital Throw won't do as much damage, but it should still KO if I get through. There we go. Nice. Good work, Makahita. Oh, wow, it lived. That's that -1 attack. Oh, and Cute Charmed? Okay, well, we need to get you out of here, Makahita. You've had enough. How about Umbreon? Let's swap Umbreon in for now. He hasn't seen the light of day in a little bit. So, there we go. You didn't realize you made like 7 pieces of furniture for the room you don't have in 14. Yeah, it is time to sell them on the market board, yeah. Probably a good idea. Get a little cash. Alright, now what do I use? Oh, Tickle! What the hell, Skitty? That'll reduce my attack and my defense, but that's not a big deal. How about we get rid of Skitty? And then I'm gonna taunt Misdreavus so it can't keep doing that, because that's an 100% accurate confusion move. So I don't think that's a good idea. Let's just get Ed out of there, and also we'll worry about Croconaw doing that, so... Oh, it's all Manor stuff? It looks nice. Okay, yeah. I think I have a Manor couch, actually, now that I think about it, in my apartment, but we'll get to that when we play Shadowbringers. I'm going to do another house tour, quote-unquote, when I play Shadowbringers for the stream, so... let's see. So you can no longer taunt, or no longer confuse Ray because of that, so let's swap Espeon in for now so we can start KOing some fools. And then... I'm going to toss a Pokeball, actually, at it. I don't know how effective it'll be at this degree of health, but we'll do the best we can. So, let's see, Misdreavus, will you be caught? At this point, probably not, but I mean, you never know. Nope, not just yet. Okay, we'll weaken it a little more, and we'll go from there. Of course, I don't know what I'm going to weaken it with. I have a Dark type out with the same type attack bonus Bite, which might make this a little tricky. Actually, that might hurt Espeon a little bit. Yeah. Ow, 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 ow. Croconaw, you're coming back out! Oh, boy. You need an aquarium. You need 2 couches, a sofa, and the desk. Wow. Yeah, probably. I think there's different types of aquariums, right? Like I know there's a metal one. I use that in my apartment, but I think there's like a wooden one or something too, right? I don't remember. Skitty, get the hell out of here. How about that? Let's send Croconaut back in. I probably could have gotten up a reflect, but I would have gotten hit by Shadow Ball if I did, so. Excuse me. Yeah, that's a lot better. Oh, and you made a harpsichord? Oh, okay. Nice. I don't have one of those. I didn't have any use for a harpsichord. I don't think my character is very musically inclined in the stream through, so... Not playing Bard, so, you know, not very musically inclined. Crocodile, why don't you do this again? Even a crit shouldn't... Yeah, it won't KO, because it'll do double what it did before, and it didn't quite do half, so... Let's see, Zigzagoon. I want to get Espeon back in if I can, so I think I'm going to heal it, because I want to get the experience from Zigzagoon as well. Well, I guess I don't need to, so... let's see. How about this? We'll just bite the Zigzagoon. Why not? Oh, Taunt must have run out. Okay. I guess that's fine. I'll make do with it. Confusing everyone. Hopefully it gets caught after this. Yeah, I mean, that's a decent amount of HP down, but it has a weird, like, lower-ish catch rate, so... Might be a little tricky. We'll see. No, they're both aiming for Umbreon. That's probably a good thing, because Umbreon will take a little bit less damage. Crocodile, why don't you do this, except you're not going to do that, because you're probably just going to enter Hyper Mode. I know how this game works. You have a higher chance of doing it because of your nature anyway, but let's see if we can get this Misdreavus out of here. No more of this bullshit with Confuse Ray. Yeah, we'll go up the right side here. I think there's only one more trainer between us and the Colosseum. If we go up the right side here, and then we'll come back to the square after that, so... I would love to get a status effect, though, to make it easier to catch this thing, but, well... For now, it's not really a thing that we can worry about, so... Well, Zigzagoon's almost done for, though, so that helps. That's probably also an Umbreon. Yep. Well, we're gonna need to heal him in a minute, but that's okay. Let's see here. So Zigzagoon, how about we use... let's see. No, because I kind of want to get Misdreavus out of here if I can, so it doesn't like faint from Shadow Rush recoil, and it's in red health, so that's pretty close to the point where I can imagine it will probably work if I toss a ball. So probably should have bought some great balls from the outskirts stand before I came here, shouldn't I? They're probably a little better than Pokeballs for this purpose. But oh well. Maybe we'll go back after this. Okay, well, we got it, so that's good. See if we can get the Zigzagoon out of here, and then we'll be in halfway decent shape. Yeah, that definitely would have KO'd if I had not healed, so... Probably for the best. Let's see. Let's do a Shadow Rush, and then... I guess I'll just... Nah, I'll just bite. It's fine. One of you will KO it, even if Crocodile ends up in Hyper Mode. Hey, Nitro, how's it going? Welcome. We're playing some Pokémon Colosseum. Hanging out, beating up some Pokémon, snagging some Pokémon from trainers against their will. So... Ooh, yeah, that's really going to hurt your bites there. I might have to get you a different move other than bite. Although, again, your damage isn't really the point there, Umbreon, so... What a sigh. That man had a bad day just now. Probably because I caught his Pokemon. So, well, good. And yeah, I already mentioned that, but there we go. There's got to be something weird going on here. We could go straight to the stadium, but there is that other kid over there, that roller boy, and probably he would well, actually, I don't think he battles you unless you talk to him, but let's pretend like he's going to. And we'll just stop off at the inn and we'll rest for now. I mean, the $100, no big deal. We just got some from the battle, so. and then we'll go from there. We'll go past the kid, we'll fight him, and then we'll go to the stadium, and we'll come back. My man's look like he got busted watching hentai or something. The main character in this game, he's got a very distinct... Oh, you're talking about this guy, the guy we just battled. Yeah, a lot of the characters in this game have a very distinct look to them, that's for sure. Hi, Cole. Sniff this. You have kettle corn? It smells like kettle corn. Nah, you're good. Go ahead, eat it.
You pay some shit.
I don't want to eat while I'm on stream, bro.
It's blueberry flavor.
Because what if it gets stuck in my teeth? Okay, you rhymed that, but I'm literally taller than you. What? Okay, Roller Boy Lon, let's see what you've got. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a big problem for us.
I want to know what Euphoria is.
What's Euphoria?
8-hour shifts, come home, immediately get nailed with fucking stuff.
Yeah, that helps for sure.
The door, I was like,
oh god, the Colosseum music.
oh god!
Yeah, like that. My back! Okay, so we've got a Shadow Slugma to deal with. I think I'm just gonna bite it for now. I could Shadow Rush it, but then I could go into Hyper Mode, and I don't want to do that if possible. So let's just Vital Throw the Azuro. But Bite should work pretty well on Slugma because it has low-ish special defense, and it has low speed, so yeah, there you go, you can flinch it. So, that helps. And Makahita should be able to handle things here, in terms of Vital Throw. Goodbye, Azuril. Yeah, not even a question.
Damn.
Not even a question. Yeah, he's got an Iggly buff, which means Makahita's going to have a field day here. Yeah, it's just the same thing as last turn. It worked so well last time. So.
I'm going to be quite
What?
the XD protagonist is just like a small lad. You know, looks like a good anime protagonist, and then one of this motherfucker over here.
Looks like he just got dumped by a motorcycle gang, yeah.
I mean, he basically did.
Pretty much, yeah. Ooh, that crit's not going to care about your charm, Iggly buff. Goodbye. And last one, Swablu. Well, we'll know the plot soon enough. Let's see. I think I'm going to try to catch Slugma this turn on Croconaut's turn. And then for Swablu, I'm definitely going to want to swap Makahita out because I don't feel like getting pecked. So, I got Misdreavus. I think I'll switch Espeon instead. Misdreavus has got a bit of a heart gauge to deal with, but we'll start doing its heart gauge up like once we get Makahitas and Croconauts down, I think. Once they're done, it'll be... Once Croconaut and Makahita are done, it'll be less important for us to keep them in a battle. I mean, it'll be good for them to earn experience once we're able to actually give them experience later, but it's not that critical.
Ah, yes. The Twin Destroyers.
Especially Espeon, yes. Espeon is very, very good. Flamethrower? That's a strong move you got there, Slugma. Ow.
Espeon being made of tissue paper did not appreciate that.
No. I mean, at least it's... I mean, at least its special defense is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. I'm just gonna do this, and then I will not KO with Confusion if I attack Swablu. So I'm just gonna heal. Gonna end up spending most of my money on potions and Pokeballs in this game, I feel like. Unfortunately, my usual MO of buying lemonade does not work in the early part of Pokemon Colosseum. We're gonna have to wait a little while before we gain access to a vending machine. Probably don't have them in Pyrite Town because friggin' everybody steals from them. There we go, we got Slugma. Good.
I'm just bored. You don't have like the thing that like most people do. You hold down the B button like you're...
Oh, that doesn't even work.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
I still do it.
I know. It's like a habit almost that people get into, where they'll hold down a button to see if it makes the ball work better. But yeah, it doesn't even work. It doesn't add to your chances at all. So, all right, Croconaut, helping hand hyper mode. Yep, knew that was gonna happen. It's okay.
Really out here like.
It's okay though. We can call him so we can get out of hyper mode and get less heart gauge. And then I think. I forget if he gets Surf now or if he gets it later, but we'll see in a minute. Snap out of it, Crocodile. There you go. Well, if the Swablu lives a confusion, which it probably will, Swablu's got a little bit of special defense, we'll see if he gets surfed now. And if he does, well, I'm not going to say the game's over yet, but it will be. Oh, later.
That laugh was like
Yeah, he gets surfed
insidiously
now.
close to Dark Sidious.
Yeah, well, he gets Surf now, but he doesn't have the other move that he can get that will boost Surf's power even more. But let's use Helping Hand Surf, because that'll do good damage. Boost the power of Surf by 50%. I know Croconaw doesn't have a plus special attack nature, it has a minus special attack nature, but that's what the Mystic Water's for. And there you go. I know it was one Pokemon, but it's okay, we'll keep going. I do, however, need to find battles in this game that give special attack EVs if possible, because I might, like, battle Croconaw against them a few times with, like, the Macho Brace, which you get later in the game, to make it so his special attack gets offset a little bit by the 10% that it's, you know, off. Oh, okay, so don't battle you again until next week? Fair enough. I'll wait until stream number 4 to fight you again. Let's check out the Pokemon we captured, shall we? So Misdreavus comes with a spell tag, so that's not too bad. Got decent stats. Can't really use its spell tag or its special attack at all just yet. Slugma is, well, Slugma. It's kind of crap, but, you know, that's fair, I guess. Got okay special attack, and it apparently learns Flamethrower somewhere down the line, but, well, we don't have it just yet, so. Instead, we'll just walk around with it for a little while. And then we'll include it in the rotation for approximately 1 turn for a little while until it gets Flamethrower, and then it'll actually be marginally useful. Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. I mean, this whole town looks kind of gritty, but whatever. I mean, isn't that a little bit of an occupational safety hazard? But sure, if you're offering. Yeah, I kind of figured. Fair enough. Actually, EV train your Pokemon? What a concept. No, actually, it's all good. Well, it's going to be difficult in this game because I'd have to look and see if there's like a specific trainer that gives specific EVs and stuff. And I don't think I do that much EV training because, I mean, you really don't need to. But I'll try to include Croconaw in the rotation when we're fighting Pokemon that give special attack.
I have never once even considered the idea of EV training my Pokemon. I have IV trained before, or I've done IV stuff, but I've never EV.
Yeah, EV training is a thing.
EV training in concept scares the shit out of me because it's essentially fight the same Pokemon over and over and over again, and that sounds like...
Not a good idea. Sounds like grinding.
Well, I was going to say it sounds like dissociation, but then I dissociated mid-sentence thinking about it.
Okay, well, fair enough. Well, yeah, look at how big this... Yeah, I was going to say this crevasse is. Well, that's not good. Ah, okay, so yeah, this place used to have a mining function, but then all the stuff probably ran out, and now that's why there's a whole bunch of criminals here. Because nobody's got anything to do, you see.
I think I'm starting to understand why we like 3 minutes clapping so much from The World Ends With You. I mean, listen to this shit.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was saying before. It's got a very funky, like, film noir-esque sound to it, so. Uh-oh. Man.
Gen 6. I mean, it depends on the setup, too. That's fair, actually. They did make it a lot less terrifying as the generations went on.
Oh, well, I guess fair enough. Maybe she can bless you with a little good luck. She is a fortune teller. Maybe she's got maybe she's got the tarot cards in her back pocket so she can bless you with that. Oh. Really? Huh. Yeah, okay, fair enough. He was, yeah. Sniper! It's his code name. He didn't tell anyone his real name. Okay, so we need to go check out what Kale's got going on with his Pokemon there, because apparently he's got a fancy Pokemon that everybody wants, so we'll go back and we'll see what Kale's got. But I think before we do that, we'll do the rest of the stuff, or at least some of the stuff in the Duel Link Square. So let me save, though, real quick, because, well, I don't want to lose the 2 Shadow Pokemon I just snagged, so.
He's so angry.
He's always angry.
Honestly, like, I don't mind his design. It's just the face paint that pisses me off. Like, get rid of that shit and he looks fine.
See, I always thought that the face paint was kind of like a tan line because he's always wearing the glasses. But I could be wrong.
Fucking imagine.
I could be wrong, though.
That would be the single most horrendous tan line anybody would ever experience ever.
Fair enough, yeah. Let's see here. Who do I want out for this one? Definitely not Slugma. Yeah, we're probably fine with this setup for now. What you got, friend? Sure, I'll battle you.
Man, that's some nostalgia. Remember that time we like randomly got Pokerus and neither of us knew what the fuck it was? Mm-hmm. I vividly recall this.
Yeah, that was a whole lot of fun. Had to look that one up on the internet. Pokerus plus specific stat boosting item means you don't have to fight a lot of Pokemon to max stat. That's true, because Pokerus doubles the EV gains, and then stat boosting items, it depends. Like if you have the Macho Brace, it doubles it again. Or you could have one of the weight things or the power whatever things from Gen 4 and on. Oh, good, a Shadow Quagsire. And those power items will make it so you get 4 of whatever EV that item has, plus whatever you normally get in the battle from each Pokemon that you defeat. So, yeah, both of them are pretty good. Let's see here. How do we want to do this? How about we bite Quagsire? And then, ooh, we got Cross Chop. Okay, I mean, that's pretty good. Let's Vital Throw Psyduck. Let's just get Psyduck out of here before it confusions the hell out of Makahita. Yeah, Quagsire is a bit on the tanky side. He might even have Water Absorb now that I think about it, so I don't even think I can use Surf against him. But at least I flinched him, so that's good. Okay, that's a 2-hit. Oh, jeez. Okay.
For the reference of the
Picking some fights there.
Oh, they're throwing shade in there, too.
Oh man. These tail whips are starting to sketch me out a little bit because, yeah, when Quagsire starts doing that stuff, this is gonna hurt. Ow. Now, at least it wasn't on Makahita, it would have knocked him out in one hit.
For the reference of the audience, the article is titled, Yakuza star Kazuma Kiryu would beat up John Wick, according to the Yakuza director. This is his direct quote. Let me find it.
Oh boy.
So Kiryu isn't really human, so it's hard to have an equal battle with John Wick.
Fair enough, because, I mean, John Wick is a trained assassin, but he is still himself human.
I'm pretty sure Kiryu has been shot more in the series than a bunch of It's like he takes at least 5 bullets, like every game in cutscene.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so we got a little downtime. Let's let Umbreon and Espeon come out. I'll probably Reflect next turn, just so that it can do less of this. Actually, I need to think about this, because that was from full. So I need to see if the damage of that is reduced by Reflect. I'm not sure if it is reduced by Reflect. I could, but the recoil from Shadow Rush is only like 1/16 of the maximum HP, so it's really low. It would take him a while to get to that point, and I'd be taking a lot of unnecessary hits. But Secret Power.
I legitimately forgot that both of them had like a specific animation
Confusion.
in this game that was really special to them. Like, Espeon has a little shiny crystal, and Umbreon just like spots just glow.
Yeah. It's a carryover from the Stadium games, but it's still a nice detail. Do you know how Laboratory worked on Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2?
That explains a lot.
Yeah, I know. Oh boy. And then Genius Sonority picked up the slack where they were here, basically, because HAL Laboratory was like, nah, we got a bunch of projects we're doing, bro. We can't make another Pokemon game. There we go. He's under half now, so that's probably a good part to be had. Oh, good. Flinch Fusion. That's going to be fun. Okay, so let's try to catch him. I mean, a Pokeball for a Quagsire might be a little bit, but we'll see what we can do. And then, just taunt him. He's mostly been using attacking moves anyway, but just taunt him just to be safe. I got nothing better to do, so. I think out of every main Pokemon game you've played, you've only gotten Pokerus twice. Yeah, I think that's about the amount that I've gotten it. I think I got it on purpose from somebody in a trade one time, like over the GTS. And then I think I got it legit one time myself, so. Oh, good, Surf.
Oh no.
No, it's fine. It's only coming from base, like, 55 special attack, even with Stab. Yeah, it's not going to do much. What they do in double battles, if I recall correctly from this generation, in double battles, the damage of moves that hit multiple targets is split by 25%. I don't think it's split evenly in half. I think it reduces the damage by 25%, but I'm not 100% sure about that, so. Excuse me, I could be wrong. I definitely need Great Balls though, because this is gonna take a little bit if I don't do this with Great Balls. So yeah, as you can see, I think I need to weaken it a little more, actually.
Hopefully, he fucking hits himself.
Okay, just target Umbreon. That's good. You keep doing that. Same for you think? Once from DTS and once legit. I mean, I think that would make sense. You were shiny hunting once. Your whole team had it after you were done. Oh my god, that is a lot. Yeah.
You read a sentence with "I was shiny hunting once."
And the
person doesn't go, "Oh no," that means they're also
secret power. No, I don't think I've ever shiny hunted. To be honest,
I usually
I've
never found a shiny.
I usually just if I get one, I get one. You know, whatever. Not really
shiny tutorial.
Yeah, so actually that's a funny story I don't think I've told the stream yet. The first time I turned on Pokemon Black, like I had just bought it, it was like the day after its release date and I was playing it for the first time. The Patrat that the professor catches in the tutorial was a shiny Patrat. And I saw 0 shinies for the rest of the game that I played it. I haven't seen a shiny in Pokemon Black 1 ever, except for that one. So, that was a little bit of a mess.
I have never found a shiny. Ever. Period.
I've found several shiny Geodudes, but I think I've only caught one of them. Because they always blow up before I can catch them.
You'll never take me a lot.
Yeah, literally that, actually. I'm running out of Pokeballs. I'm gonna have to go buy more. Let's see, how about... I'm just gonna Secret Power again, and see if I can just lightly tap it, get a little more HP off, in case this doesn't work again.
Get the fucking... Oh, wow, I'm so sorry. I hatched a few dozen. I really tried hatching, like, a shiny version of a starter, more times than I can count, especially in, like,
there we go.
Shield.
That's good.
But, like, Christ.
It's a process. That's for
sure. It is hell.
I think I'm gonna use my last regular potion this turn. And
I was just sitting there,
Pokeball,
going around and round in circles with the switch plugged in for like 40 minutes.
And do that. Just top off Umbreon a little bit. So we got 5 Pokeballs left. Like I said, don't worry about it if you don't catch these Pokemon before, you run out, because we can go get more, 1. And 2, you can just rebattle these people when you get more, so it's not a huge deal. Good, good. Me talking about it told Quagsire, hey, get in the fucking ball. So, there we go. That will work. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to go back to the stadium, actually. I'm going to heal. Well, we'll battle again later after I'm done nursing my wounds from all of that BS there. So we'll go back to the stadium, we'll heal. We'll go get more Pokeballs from the outskirts stand, and we'll come back and we'll talk to Kale about where he got his shadow Pokemon, because spoiler alert for 5 minutes from now, the weird Pokemon that they're talking about here at the stadium is a shadow Pokemon. So, shiny Eevee, never again. Yeah, Eevee takes a while to hatch, and shiny Eevee even more so.
I would give the entire left side of my human soul for a shiny Bagon.
Your soul has sides?
Yeah, it's a square.
Oh, okay, fair enough. How you guys doing on walking there? Okay, well, it went down a little bit, a little more for you, so probably it's less effective for you, walking is, than it is for you. So, alright, fair enough.
Mischievous might come in handy later if you want to do an earthquake spammer.
Mischievous, actually, from what I remember, I think, this is way back in the day when Chugga Conroy did his playthrough of this game. I think if I remember right, he used Mischievous for his playthrough, and half the time the AI didn't know what to do with it, because the AI just used normal and fighting type moves and ground type moves on it like it was nothing. Like, oh yeah, this'll work. And it just wasn't affected by a large portion of the game, so it became like a really solid tank for him. I think I'm remembering that correctly. So we got 1, 2, 3 more trainers here in the square. We'll fight them later for their shadow Pokemon.
Actually, like clearing out all the trainers.
I'm leaving for now.
Understandable.
I'm leaving for now because I need more Pokeballs before I talk to you, Kale.
A little bit.
Something like that. So we'll go all the way across the Ore region, all the way back to the outskirts stand. All the way.
That little detail for covering your ears.
Yeah, I know. I used to think it was something else back when I was a kid. I was saying that to the stream earlier. I wasn't sure what she was doing when she was covering her ear, but...
That fucking bike is loud.
Yeah. Well, look at the motor on that fucking thing. Like,
you know, the more that I look at this game, especially in the beginning, without context from, like, XD, you'd think this was, like, a post-apocalyptic world.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Like, desert, the opening, this place, the town.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Groudon strut through this area.
Let's buy 6 of these. Yeah, we're going to use quite a bit of our money buying Pokeballs here. Hopefully I don't run out of them before I get money back. Oh, I can only buy 4. Okay, well, fair enough. We'll keep the 10 for now. We'll come back later when we have a little more money. Unfortunately, the trainers don't give you a whole ton of money, so for now, so you end up having to hope that your Pokeballs work properly. So... I should probably check in on Willy, actually, now that I think about it.
Pokemon, Mad Max edition.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I'm going to check in on Willy while we're here, actually, because he might want to battle again. And you guys are almost done with those, so we probably don't need to put them into battle for a little bit now, because they'll get that just from walking around, so we'll start working on Misdreavus and Slugma, I guess. What's up, Willy? Oh, did you? Okay. So Willy is actually, thinking about EV training like we were talking about before, Willy's probably the best person to come to when it comes to getting speed EVs, because he has Zigzagoons and Linoons, and Zigzagoon gives 1 speed EV, and Linoon gives 2. So it's, I mean, your Pokemon, whatever's in battle, gets 3 speed EVs from just this one battle.
Take it from me, Espeon with speed.
Well, Espeon has speed, but you know.
I know.
Linoon is a little bit sketchy, though, so I think I'm going to put up a Reflect before I do anything else. Let's fight the Zigzagoon.
Special attacks so that you can just, like,
one-shot the game, yeah.
Calm Mind, press Psychic, and they just explode.
Actually, Calm Mind isn't in this game. They don't let you get it. Oh, that's something I have a shared weakness. What are we getting hit by? Okay. See, Reflect helped out quite a bit there, because I would have been taking 10 damage on Umbreon from that. Good lord. Alright, well, we don't have to worry too much about this, because Zigzagoon might flinch from this. If it doesn't, no big deal. I've got to Reflect up, so it's fine. And then after that, we'll take care of Linoon.
Oh, holy boy, dude. We should probably go outside and actually, like, gather a blanket and eat there because
yeah, you should probably go stretch your legs out then, bro.
Why enjoy the nostalgia of Mad Max?
Bye, cool. Let's see. Secret Power might not be bad against Linoon to reduce its accuracy like we just saw there, so... Okay, so that's 1 down. Espeon's level 28. We're actually a little under-leveled for this fight. It's kind of surprising, but it's not a big deal. Like, we can handle a Linoon. No big deal. I don't think you need Odor Sleuth for an Espeon there, Linoon, but okay, fair enough. Kind of wish I could reduce speed with Secret Power. Although, as we saw, Secret Power does have different effects in this game. Accuracy drops here. Possibly it's desert terrain, so that's why it dropped here. But in the city there, it actually confused them, so that's kind of interesting. I didn't know that. Must not have remembered using Secret Power all that much. It is a pretty good move for Umbreon to have, though, for a while, because of the wild different effects that it can have throughout the game. So. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Kind of surprised it did almost as much as it would do to Umbreon there. In terms of like the per hit damage, you know. Let's see. How about we just Confusion, and then I'm gonna use Snatch just for the hell of it. Doesn't even make a difference what we use there, but Espeon's faster than Linoon, so I won't be able to knock it out before Umbreon gets to do anything. So. Gets us some pretty good experience, though. I mean, 411 experience at this point in the game for both of your party members is nothing to scoff at. So, actually, I'm not sure if you can fight Willy again after this. I think maybe you have to like leave and come back, but I'm not real sure about that. Well, maybe I'll check. I don't know if I'll check on this episode, though, because we gotta go back to Kale and then go from there, so... you two are still working on your stuff, so... Why don't we swap Misdreavus and Slugma in, and then we'll just get them out of battle in, like, a quick minute after that, so they can get their one-time experience, you know? Let's see. Let's put these up here. I might use that Premier Ball just to get it out of my inventory pretty soon. Because, well, I mean, I don't need to use it anymore. I got Croconaw in one of them, so... Yeah. Let's see. So let's do that, and then we'll go back to Pyrite Town. I could go to Fanac and heal on my way. I'm going to do that, actually. I think you can even heal from the PC in this game, though. Like, I think if you deposit a Pokemon into the PC and then you withdraw it, it just restores its HP to full. I think that's how it works, anyway. I'm going to find out right now, actually, before I go to the center. So we know Espeon and Umbreon have some HP missing. So let's see, there's Shadow Quagsire. Let's go to the party. We'll take Espeon, we'll move it, we'll deposit it here. Take Umbreon, we'll move it, and we'll deposit it here. And then once you've deposited it, withdraw it. And then... Let's see if I was remembering this correctly. Yep, there you go, full restore. Alright, well, did it restore their power points, though? Or was it just their HP? It was also their power points. So if you need to, if you're not near a Pokemon Center and you need to heal, there you go. You can just toss them in the PC and then take them right back out. Fair enough. What do you need a Pokemon Center for if you can do that? But, you know, it's no big deal. I mean, you could have... I mean, Pokemon Center is a pretty, like, it's a standby. You see it in every Pokemon game, but practically could have, if you wanted to streamline it, you could have just stuck another menu here on the PC. Heal Pokemon or something like that, you know? But whatever. It's no big deal. I'm not gonna, you know, not gonna get into a mess about that. It's there. Yeah, I don't remember when it stopped being a thing either. It definitely stopped being a thing at some point, but I don't remember exactly when that was. So, all right, back to Pyrite Town. Yeah, that is a hell of a big engine, I'll tell you what. All right, we just saved. We bought some Pokeballs. We'll fight Kale, and we'll see what we can do from there. And then I think we'll go back to the jail. We'll save there, and we'll call it a day. And then we'll come back on Thursday and keep going. Yeah, I heard around town that you might have something strange in your team. Oh, great. Well, here we go. And probably you're supposed to battle the rest of the trainers in the dueling square first for a little bit before you do this fight, because I think he's a little tougher. Yeah, his spoiler alert, his shadow Pokemon is that Furret there, and it's level 33, which is a little bit high, but we'll make do without it. Not dealing with it much. Slugma, however, will not make do without it, because it will most likely die in about one hit, so... Yeah, there's the shadow Furret. Oh, good. We can't use ground-type moves now, I guess. Let's see. How about you Shadow Rush the Furret? Because you've actually got a pretty decent... you're in a pretty decent spot there, Misdreavus, because of your ghost typing. Furret can only really hit you with Shadow Rush. And if Slugma lives, we'll let him Shadow Rush the Ralts. Okay, maybe I was mistaken, because that still did good damage. Oh, Hyper Mode, great. Well, that sucks. Yeah, I don't think we have anything that you can imprison there, Ralts, so... And they're both in Hyper Mode. I think it's okay, though, to Shadow Rush. Like, we'll call them, as long as they live. But, yeah, see, there you go. Misdreavus will dodge a bunch of normal-type attacks. I don't know why the AI does that, where it just says, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just going to try to hit a Ghost-type with a normal-type move, but whatever. Let's get them crits while we can. There we go. Decent damage. It was a Ralts, so I didn't expect it to live, but, I mean, I guess Slugma's, you know, attack isn't all that high. I was going to say strength. No, that's not right. Alright, we got a C-Dot. We got a Hyper Mode. You know, here's a thing about Gen 3 that you can actually do, is if you, well, let's say this Shadow Rush KO'd the C-Dot from Misdreavus. It probably won't, but basically, Kale will send out his 4th Pokemon right away if I do that. And you can basically just KO both of his Pokemon on the same turn. It's kind of a bit of a shortcoming of Gen 3, to be honest. Not a particular fan of that of them doing it that way, but yeah, it's a thing that can happen, I guess. I probably won't KO it with this Shadow Rush, though, because C-Dot's got some decent defense, so... Ooh, hanging on by a thread! Okay, I'm gonna die after this, but that's okay. I won't get to un-hyper mode you, but... Nice. That puts Furret right in range where I can probably catch it with a Great Ball, so... You did what you needed to do, Miss Strevis. Thank you. And don't worry too much if the Pokemon faints, by the way. It loses Hyper Mode, so you lose out on the opportunity to call it to get its heart gauge down a little bit, but it also... Don't worry about its happiness level, basically, because it'll gain some happiness when you eventually open the door to its heart, so... Let's see, C-Dot... Probably Espeon. I can get a Reflect up, so... And then once Slugma gets murked by something, I can just... Or I can switch it out, you know. Oh, Rock Smash, oh boy. Well, actually, with the -1 defense, that might not be good for me with strength and everything getting thrown around on the field, so... Get him out of here, Slugma! Actually, yeah, I was gonna say, that's not even gonna be close, so... let's see, so... I think this turn we will put up a Reflect, and we will toss a Great Ball at that there Furret. Let's see if we can grab it. Kale, your Furret might be mine in a second. Yep, there we go, perfect. So yeah, Great Ball's pretty good investment in this game. And there's his last Machop. That's fine. Reflect will come in handy for both of these, actually, because they're both mainly physical attackers, so... You rezzed half the Alliance as a summoner and got no comms. Boy, that sounds familiar. Oh boy. What did it do? Just bide? I didn't see. I think it just bided, so... Not that I'm going to be attacking C-Dot at all anyway for right now, because I gotta call Slugma out of Hyper Mode, I gotta KO this Machop. I got things to do, C-Dot. You got something else coming if you think I'm going to be doing anything with that. There we go. That'll work. Good job, Espeon. Should probably get Umbreon in here now. I think I'll do that now, actually. We'll use Confusion, because if it lived the Confusion, it would unleash Energy next turn, but, well, it's not going to live the Confusion, so... I ain't even worried about it, though. Alright, let's finish this up there, Espeon. There we go. Good work. Get a little bit of experience for a whole bunch of people, actually, because I think quite a few Pokemon were in for that. Although Misdreavus didn't get anything because it was knocked out, but, you know. It's my Shadow Pokemon now, Kale. Maybe you should have taken better care of it if you wanted to, you know, wanted to keep it. Also, we know now that they're called Shadow Pokemon, so that's good. I mean, it did pretty good damage, all things considered. It's just you tried to attack a Ghost type with a normal type move, bro. That's never gonna work. Oh, okay, so they'll give you a Shadow Pokemon if you win at the Colosseum. Okay. Meanwhile, way up here... Are they gonna take us in there? Yeah, they are. Okay. Oh, good. Super Saiyan God over there is somehow involved with the crime syndicate around here. Fantastic. Nascour. What a fucking name. Good lord. Just rolls right off the tongue. Oh, well, that's just great. So yeah, apparently they're giving Shadow Pokemon to everybody and using them to test the Shadow Pokemon and probably their resistances to having their hearts reopened, so... Well, that's not good. I don't think you can save the dancing at all with Mirror B. He looks like a dancing king. Almost as much of a dancing king as Majima in our recent Yakuza 0 exploits. I shall return to my dancing cave. Oh boy. We keep hearing snippets of that theme. Oh, it's just gonna haunt me for a while, isn't it? Yep, sounds like a plan, so we'll have to take part in a Colosseum challenge. See if we can get our hands on another Shadow Pokemon and maybe get into the good graces of the criminal syndicate around here. But if we do that, will we be able to stop them from doing what they please with Pyrite Town? And what role will the rest of the NPCs that we've met here, the police department and all the rest, play in the process of us doing so? We'll have to find out on the next episode of Pokémon Colosseum, let me pronounce it correctly, the stream edition, which will be happening on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I remembered what I was trying to do here. I was trying to get Misdreavus and everybody else healed while I'm here, so Slugma too. There we go, and then just withdraw them. So let's fix our party, and then after that we will... Whoops, hold on. Put you down for now. There you go. Put me down! There. And now we'll withdraw you. So yes, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. Again, I still haven't figured out a way that I'm going to record Melee just yet. I might come back to it if we do enough work to actually... What I'm thinking is maybe I'll unlock all the characters and then just come back to it for like one stream and do something with it. But I'm not sure if that's what I'm going to do just yet, but I'll keep you in the loop as we go through Pokémon Colosseum for the next few weeks. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. And I'll see all of you on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the next episode. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. I just opened a door without my knowledge. These doors are a little sensitive there, Chief. You might want to fine-tune them. Give what's this guy's name again? Johnson. Might want to give him a little bit of a job oiling those things or something to make them so they're not so sensitive to my stepping.